Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Bottom of the Bill. Today we have our special guest, Darryl Green from Universal Green. How you been doing,
Hey,
man?
what's up, man? I've been chilling, man. Everything's good.
Everything's
How
great.
about yourself? You good?
I'm doing fine, and I would also like to welcome our special guest host, Mr. Corey Clockins.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm going to continue to drink as much whiskey as Anton did, and hopefully I do as good as he does.
Yeah, you know what?
So it's whiskey power.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
whiskey power for sure.
Big
Well,
whiskey energy.
I guess before we get started, we usually talk about all the shows that we have coming up. And I just saw that on your page you've got something coming up within a week, right?
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday in Sorbez in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
The 16th. We're going to be playing with the Hooligans. It's going to be
Oh, yeah.
super, super fun. I think doors are at 9. Music starts at 10. $5 tickets.
Yeah,
Is that-
$5
is
or
that about-
$10 tickets.
Yeah, $5 or $10 tickets. We'll have merch there, all the stuff.
Revolution's playing down there at the amphitheater that
Yeah.
night. And so the Hooligans from Jack's Beach set up a little show and asked us to come rock out with them.
Side
Yeah.
Hustle was actually supposed to do that back in 2020.
Oh, nice.
We had,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had plans. Sarbez. We were supposed
No.
to do a what you
$5
call it
cover.
after party show.
Mhm,
Those do
mhm.
really well there.
Oh, yeah. They go
Well, it's
hard.
so close,
Dude,
and Sarbez is awesome, man. I don't know if you've ever been there. They got this really cool arcade in the back. It's all like craft beers and stuff. They sell grilled cheeses.
Oh, I love me a
Yeah.
grilled
And
cheese.
it's right there on A1A, pretty much as soon as you cross over the Lions Bridge.
Yeah,
It's
I
a great little
I
location.
played there a couple of times. It's pretty nice.
I mean, the only thing I'm sad about is that Steel Post was supposed to be there as well.
Steel Pose.
Yeah,
And they're not playing.
they're not
They-
playing just because of
they
you
pulled
know
out of a
they
lot of
pulled
their
out of other
shows this year,
Yeah,
But
seems like
man,
it's
that's
way-
like one of my favorite bands of all time. Super close to him again. We got to play with him at Halloween a couple years ago.
No, that was the Blackwater, I think. when they
It wasn't.
It
Yeah,
wa-
it was Blackwater.
It
'Cause
was
I remember
Blackwater.
that show. 'Cause
Was it
yeah.
Blackwater?
Yeah, that was the first show I actually played with Universal. Not the first show, the first festival.
I played that
Yeah.
festival too. I played with Lucky Costello, and we were the last band of the whole.
Yeah, it
festival.
was
Yeah,
Blackwater.
it was like Slightly
Yeah,
Stupid. I think Stephen Marley was there.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was like a reggae festival.
yeah, it was like a
Nice.
Yep, that's the one on. Man, that was a fun festival.
And then for some reason, Lucky Costello at the very end was just like, yeah, just put like the 180 BPM like Jamtronica thing at the end.
Yeah, let's just get after it.
But
That's
whatever, they
awesome.
loved it.
Dude, that's what it's about, man.
All right. Well, I believe Side Hustle, we're going on tour at the end of September. September 24th and 25th, we're going to be in Atlanta, and he doesn't have it written down, but we are playing somewhere else
Yeah.
in
Oh,
Georgia,
nice.
but I can't remember the name of it.
Well, like Valdosta or like Savannah, maybe.
No, it's like a
Macon.
No, it's like a real small one,
Oh, all those are
but
small.
it's gonna pay the bills. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
I love that deal, dude.
love
Alpharetta, maybe.
No, it's not Alpharetta.
Ah.
It's like it starts with a C, I think. Doesn't matter. Whole
Yeah.
point is we're gonna be on tour too. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up all the announcements. This is so awkward without Anton. I just
Yeah.
realized I'm trying my best. So.
Oh, dude,
No,
you're
we're
doing
gonna
it.
do
Hey, dude,
great.
this
And
is
I've wanted you on here for a while too. We've
Well,
been talking
thank
about
you,
it since at least OBJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least OBJ.
I came and did it when you were supposed to do the original one.
Yeah, I was not able to do that. I had that day was.
You had a lot on your plate. I thought, weren't you? You might have had gone back to Colorado for that.
No, I didn't go back to Colorado. I had to help a friend out, and then I slept, and then I streamed, and then by the
that
time
was
7
right,
came,
'cause
I
it
just
was right
wasn't.
when we got back from Orange
Yeah.
Blossom Jamboree.
Yeah, that next
and you
day I
just
had
had
some work
to.
to do.
You had a couple days off from streaming, so you had to get back after it.
Yeah, buddy, and you got to be on it with that. That ain't no take no time off type job right there.
Right.
That was that Tuesday. Yeah, I remember now. And but I can't thank you enough still for driving, not just to there, but
Well, you helped drive. You know, you were using.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You were using the
The Logitech wheel.
Yeah, the Logitech wheel.
And I was supposed to be using the gear shifter as an emergency. Well, it was an emergency drifting thing, right?
Yeah.
We hit them corners.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He was full
I was
lean,
helping
everything.
out.
You should have saw it,
But
guys.
that whole trip was just so much fun. Everything about it, where it was just like, hey, we're gonna get there like I don't know, like a couple hours before our set at like 7 o'clock, and then we ended up fucking leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
That's the way to do it. Dude. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have to touch a pillow or anything.
Dude, in and out, in and out. I mean, the school bus, the schoolie does wonders, man.
Is that what you call it, the schoolie?
Yeah, Evelyn's Dream is the name of my bus.
Oh,
But
that's such a good
Why
one.
is it?
Yeah.
It's so
Why is
pretty.
it Evelyn's Dream? Explain that.
well, Evelyn's Dream. Evelyn is my grandmother, special woman in my life, and she had sickle cell anemia. She couldn't leave. She was wheelchair bound, and I she always wanted to travel, so it's like having a piece of my grandma with me as I travel around America, doing all the things.
That's really cool. Well, yeah, so I guess we can get into that. I was going to ask you about, I guess your living situation, but it's not. It's not just a living situation. It's so cool what you did with your with the school bus. You want to talk about it?
Sure. If you guys don't know, I live in a school bus. I've been living in one for like a year and 2 months now. Put 23,000 miles on that baby.
That's
been
pretty
around.
good.
And 1 year I've driven. It's 35 feet, and pretty much I travel a lot. I'm a landscape photographer, musician, full-time streamer. And how do you do all those things at the same time? You live in a vehicle that allows you to sleep and work.
Yeah.
And that's
travel wherever you
travel.
need
Yeah,
to
and
go.
that's pretty much what I've been putting everything into. Ain't got all the money in the world, but it don't take a lot to have experience. You know what I'm saying? You can't put money on experience. So
That's true. I've always wanted to do that. I was so obsessed with the van life thing when it was like getting popular and everything. It was like back in 2017 or 18, I can't remember. And I just quit my band, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do. So I'm just gonna save up as much money as possible. And I was just going to be like, I'm just going to get a fucking van. I'm going to do this. And I didn't really have a plan other than go to see every NFL stadium and just park outside there and just tailgate.
hey, that's an
good to
awesome
go.
dude.
That's all I had.
I mean,
if you park a bus and you're tailgating anywhere, you are 100% guaranteed to meet some people,
For
whether
sure.
you like them or not. You'll at least have something to talk about, and you can enjoy yourself unless somebody comes and shows their ass for some reason.
And you just
but-
close the door.
Whenever
close the door and
Whenever
put your little window tent things up. You're good.
Whenever I talk about that a dream that I had, it was like, I want to do the van life and everything. I'm like, where are you going to go? I'm like, gonna fucking go to Gillette Stadium. They're like, you mean like, is that like a national park I don't know about? I'm like, no. But it's beautiful.
I gotta go there. Well, it's football season. You ain't said nothing but a word.
No, I know. And this is definitely a music podcast, not a sports podcast. But I'm obsessed with sports. Always have been. And always
you
want
got your Marlins hat on, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Go fish.
Not
We're
Miami Marlins, Florida Marlins.
Yeah,
that thing's gonna be worth some money one day.
No, this is a new one. So.
This is
Oh,
a
is
new
it?
one.
Are they
Yeah,
Florida
it's a-
Marlins? I don't keep up
Well,
with
see, that
baseball.
Marlin's a bit different.
No, I know.
If we're gonna be technical.
Oh, he
Oh,
does.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the new age Marlin. The
So
old
that's
one.
just somebody. They just said, "I'm gonna make this
Yeah,
hat."
I got it off eBay for $25. Just
Love
real
that.
nice.
That's fair.
And I thought it was embroidered on, but it's just sticking on.
Oh yeah, they hot
As
glued
he
that
touches it,
thing
he's
on
like,
there.
it's just sticking on
You
there.
can just stick whatever
I
you
think
want
the
to
hot
on
glue.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to do too. But I thought that was really cool because we were talking about it, and I was like, I fucking love your way of life and your way of living and everything like that so much. And then I asked you of all the cool places you went to, and you're like, yeah, I went to like all these. Where's one of the national parks you went to? You were telling me about.
Name one.
Yeah, I
We've
know,
been
right?
to Yellowstone,
Yeah.
Yosemite, San Francisco, Malibu coast, the Florida coast, every state in between: Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Colorado.
Well, so when before you got the bus, you were still doing this.
Oh yeah, I've been traveling in cars and vans for years doing this
And
stuff. Like since-
driving around in a 2-door coupe.
Yeah.
Sleeping out of the car on
Yeah.
the top of a mountain in
yeah.
Wyoming,
I had
wherever
like
you got to.
I
You
got
know.
a 2002 Mercedes C230. It's like a little 2-door
Yeah,
Mercedes, and I've driven that around America like 5 times.
That's awesome.
Just by myself, going out to take photos by myself, and just really experiencing life. I feel like most people don't get a chance to find themselves, and the only way to do that is to go out there and be by your damn self for a while.
Yeah.
You'll figure out who you are.
So how I've traveled with you in the bus.
Gustavo.
I haven't traveled around the country. Yeah, Gustavo. We'll talk about that a little later.
All right.
But traveling on the bus, it's like you got so much room to move around, and that's the first time I've really like drove around the country like that. I can only imagine how it is in the car, and especially like when you and Chris went, and Chris he's a tall
He's
dude.
6'2", 6'3".
He's a tall
Alright.
dude, and you guys are in a 2-door coupe Mercedes, and you're sleeping out of that
Oh my
thing.
God! Both
Yeah.
of y'all together in the
I took-
Mercedes.
My buddy Chris Vega, childhood friend of mine, I was just 2016. I was like, bro, I'm going to Yellowstone. You want to come with me? He's like, yeah, I'll go. First time we went was in this Chevy Blazer, like a 4-door Trailblazer. Dude, we get all the way there in Wyoming at 4:30 in the morning. We blow a cylinder in the motor. 4:30 in the middle of Wyoming, nowhere. And that was one of my first trips out there with him, and we ended up having to not get it fixed. Took forever. Met some great friends, and I drove all the way back in one day from Wyoming to Jacksonville.
Oh my God!
I drove like 30 something hours straight. I couldn't because it was running. It was a 6-cylinder truck, and it was running on 5, and we were afraid to turn it off. Because if we didn't know what was going to happen.
It's just shaking like
remember-
that the whole
I
time.
remember this
Dude,
story
it
now.
was
I'm like, I don't know if I heard this.
Of course.
Dude, literally, we're driving through state after state, city after city, and I'm not stopping. I'm just driving straight. You guys have seen me just drive.
Oh yeah, so when we went on the trip, we were like 3 days behind. So the last 2 days, we put in 20-hour days driving.
Full 20
and,
hours.
And the school bus, you can only do 63 miles per hour.
Now, where are you talking about? Where'd you go?
I went with him. I flew out to Los Angeles, and me, Darryl, and my best friend Vashon rode back across the country. But we got like the bus. We lose the air compressor, or not the air compressor, the air conditioner condenser. But it was connected to another belt, so we were stuck on the side of the highway.
Oh yeah.
And then we got that fixed, and we're driving through Colorado, and it's 2:00 in the morning, and we lose prime in the bus, and we're 10,000 feet up on a mountain like this.
14,000
Yeah.
feet.
And we're on a mountain like this. It's 30 degrees outside. We had
Snowing.
to stay there for another day, so we're like 3 days behind at this point. And
Oh, that's
it was
awful.
like we had to show. Like this is
Newfound
like
glory.
Tuesday.
Newfound Glory show.
We're in Colorado. This is like Monday night. I think maybe Tuesday morning. We had to be back by Thursday because we had the show opening up for Newfound Glory, one of the biggest names we've opened up for. And
Yeah, that's a big one.
and so literally those last couple of days, we'd 20 hours a piece on the road. We'd stop, take a nap, and then it's like, all right, just keep moving.
Are you talking about when you here at in Jacksonville? When you
Yeah,
I
they
remember
were
that
doing
show.
the
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah.
shows.
Dude,
Yeah.
we barely made it to practice. Like, we needed to be at practice at 10 o'clock that night, 9. And I was
we
just
got
like,
back
we got
to Jacksonville
back
at 9, and we're like,
9.
I got to at least take a shower. We
Yeah.
just been on it. Like, he's got a shower on the bus,
Yeah.
but it's 3 dudes, and it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to get everyone showers and stuff, and especially when you're on the side of a mountain at 10,000 feet or 14,000
It was a lot of feet,
however
dude.
high it was.
It was the Gunnison Pass. It was one of the most steepest
I
passes
think
in
at that point
Colorado.
we were like, all right, we're just going to put these 20-hour days in. We're not like running around sweating, so we're not getting super
Yeah.
dirty. But you get home from vacation, you just want to like decompress.
Yeah.
And we did not have any time for that at all.
Nah, dude, we got to practice, and then literally it was like the next day or the day after that was the show. So yeah, but when I picked him up in L.A., I took him out to Malibu. The next day we went to Yosemite for 2 days. We stayed right at Tunnel View in the bus, like right in the parking lot of Tunnel View at Yosemite, which is unheard of. Then we went to San Francisco. We drove down to PCH. We had to go back up to PCH because there was a landslide on the PCH.
Oh my god.
Then
And
we
did
went
it all on the school bus.
all in the school bus, bro. Back to Malibu, and then drove to Vegas. That's when it got too hot. When we were in Vegas, remember? Had the AC on, and then it was like 100-something degrees there. People don't know how
Driving
hot it
through
is there.
Arizona and Vegas, yeah.
Fuck, the
And
belt blew, bro, and it blew my serpentine belt and my AC belt. So it took us 4 days, 3 nights on the side of the road in 80-mile-per-hour highway traffic.
It was
Man.
it was
insane.
so hot. Dude, listen,
It's so
it was
hot.
so hot. We're waiting for this part to come in, right? And it's
Yeah.
like the closest towns that have it are 3 hours in either direction.
Right.
So we get somebody that's finally coming to do it. There's an accident on the road. The guy who's bringing us part, truck overheats, catches on fire. So they had to deal with that truck. We had to wait a whole nother day, and then
Oh
they
my
finally
God.
came, spent 5 or 6 hours working on the bus, got it fixed. We were able to get out of there, and we were good for the rest of the trip. Just when we were going up that mountain,
I only had a half a
time to
tank
the
of gas.
bus.
See,
Oh my God.
this is one thing for anyone that has a school bus or thinking about a school bus. You learn things when you're on the road, and I'm about to learn you today. I always keep my gas tank above half a tank, but if you're driving at night, find a gas station. If you don't find a gas station, park for the night, especially if you're going up hills. Because a 50-gallon gas tank with 15 gallons in it is empty.
Oh no
It's
shit.
an empty gas tank.
When it's got to push all
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuel
Push it
to
up.
the
Yeah.
engine.
That's just science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But most people don't think about science. They're like, I got
Including
gas.
us.
Yeah.
At 2:30 in the morning, I'm like, I can make it because I'm close to my buddy's house. I'm like, I'm 30 miles away. I know I can make it. I was telling him, I'm like, guys, we got 2 more uphills, and if we can get them up these uphills, we can get up these hills.
We were literally 100 yards from the peak, the summit of this mountain. Like,
Dude.
if we just made it to the top, it would have evened itself out.
And we would have been fine.
But you definitely can't push that bus up that
Oh
mountain.
no.
No.
I stopped the bus. I went out and tried to prime it, but it was so cold out.
Yeah.
It was snowing. I just told her. I said, guys, we just got to go to sleep. We got to deal with this in the
So you're
morning.
sleeping on an incline like that too?
Oh, yeah.
That must have been
With
fun.
bears and
Yeah.
Oh, no.
everything all
I'm
around.
panicking. Like, I'm laying on the air mattress. He's got a bed that folds out. Our buddy Sean. So me and Sean were switching between the air mattress and the other fold-out bed. And I remember I'm just laying on that air mattress, and I'm like, man, like, I know the door's locked, but I swear there's like a bear's gonna smell this hot dog water that we made earlier in the night, and they're gonna
Facts.
be like, oh, it's warm in there, and I smell hot dog water. And
Facts.
the first thing they're gonna see is my head on the floor because I'm laying on this
So
air
tall.
mattress. Like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die
Literally,
tonight.
he's right by the door, and I'm like,
And so I wake up in the morning, walk up to the top of this peak because Darryl walked up there. He's like, I got cell phone signal. I'm like, cool. I'm just going to go call my mom and let her know everything's okay. And she can call anyone else just if anyone might be worried or something. But as soon as I get up there, there's this sign and it's like, bring back the big cats. And I'm like, oh, so they're trying to like, this is like a preserve for mountain lions and
Facts.
bobcats and stuff. So the whole night I'm freaking out thinking a mountain lion or a bear's going to come through the
Joe
door.
Exotic comes
They're
in,
trying
you know
to
what I
keep
mean?
the mountain lions and
trying-
bears, which
yeah,
is
dude.
I understand, but man, that was a hard night of sleep right there.
Yeah, that was.
What made you drive through that? Like
Well,
like to
we
go
were-
that way instead of just down the interstate or something.
Well, there is no end. The
Oh, right.
interstate was northern. You had to go past Aspen
Okay.
to cut down. That's extra 2.5 hours.
All right.
You know, you're looking at a lot. That's 120 miles, something
Yeah.
like that. So the route that I picked was a little bit quicker, but I knew I had to go through. Either way, you got to go through a mountain pass.
All right.
No matter if you go to the north one, the south one, whichever one.
Man,
And man, we made it though. You know,
that makes our story for Side Hustle last weekend sound like just like baby time frolics because we were coming back from Asheville on Sunday. This last weekend, not this last weekend, the weekend before, and we freaking broke down in the middle of between Valdosta and Macon, like middle of nowhere, I-75. Waited for a tow truck for 4 hours. It's Sunday, no one's gonna fix shit.
Yeah.
And then got a hotel, and then got a new alternator because that's what they thought it was for sure. And then fucking same thing happened right outside Valdosta
Oh,
on
man.
Monday. Had to wait another 4 hours, and at that point in time, that's why Tony's not here, is because he's in Turkey right now. He's like, I gotta get to fucking Miami, like to get my flight.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, everybody just fucking call someone and have them pick you up, and I was just like, okay. So the van's still up there, and I gotta go pick it up.
Oh my God.
It's not on the side of the road. It's at a mechanic's place or whatever.
Yeah.
They locked
How'd
it
you
up.
guys get back?
Like my beautiful girlfriend Carrie came and picked me up.
Amazing.
I guess it's not that far. Valdosta is only about 2 hours.
About 2
right?
hours or so.
But that's still,
Yeah.
hey, to call you, hey, that's a lifeline. That's
I
when you
know.
on,
Yeah,
on the
that's
show.
amazing.
Would you like to use a lifeline?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
That's one. I definitely order one
Come
for
get
that.
me,
Yeah.
please.
But yeah, and then everybody else had a ride home. I think Aaron's mom picked up him and Sean, and then Chelsea, Anton's girlfriend, picked him up
Nice.
too.
All
We
the
just-
girlfriends coming in handy.
and with the fucking van, we didn't have a trailer, luckily, but like we had all that gear just like stuck in there. Like, all right, everybody take something home, and so I got half of Anton's stuff here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Gosh.
But that
Yeah.
was pretty bad. The worst part about it is being ginger and also not having any water or
Ah.
sunscreen.
I was gonna say, I see you got
mean, he's got a
sun.
permatan right now,
Yeah,
guys.
big time. And
Literally.
that's from a week and a half ago, and
Yeah.
I don't tan, man.
Oh
I
well,
just only burn.
you got a Valdosta burn
Yeah.
right there, brother.
But the worst part is I had sandals on. I was wearing shoes.
Oh God.
No, it's so. Hang on.
Oh,
Feet
I'll
sunburns
do it for
are
the
so
camera.
bad,
It's
dude.
so fucking bad.
Dude.
The freaking tan line I got on that now.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's so bad.
That literally is still there.
It's still there, but on the
Wow.
top, it was blood red when I was coming back home. But anyways,
All I can say is I've only had been sunburned one time in my life, one and only time, and my friend didn't tell me that I didn't put no sun like enough on my back.
Oh yeah.
And man, I never want that feeling. I commend y'all for even wanting to go out in the damn sun because that ain't no fun.
No, it is not.
No.
That ain't no fun at all.
But and then one of the funniest parts was like this trucker came by and was like, "Y'all all right?" I'm like, "We're fine. We just really need water because we don't have anything. We're a little bit dehydrated." And he's like, "Yeah, I got you." And he had no teeth at all. And he goes into his cab and then he gets a pack of six pack of water, like bottled water. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" But it's flavored water.
Oh,
Is
God.
it that
Like,
Propel? Is
yeah,
that the Propel?
Like something like that. But
Straight sugar
It
water.
was definitely not the fucking like good like flavored
You would have
water.
took Aquafina.
Yeah, or
at that
I would
point.
have taken anything. I would take Dasani. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
God.
The worst. But we were drinking it and like getting more dehydrated. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Oh, my God.
God.
Yeah, I felt like I was out in the desert.
We lucked out. We were 4 days, 3 nights. We were eating hamburgers, steak. We had
What?
state trooper. We had the sheriff pull by. We had locals
We
bring
did,
us
yeah,
food.
They saw the
Like-
bus on the road. They
like
brought
we
us some McDonald's and some coffee in the
Yeah.
morning.
We walked into town. We were in New Mexico, I think, and we walked to
Ooh.
Arizona.
Sounds like a
No,
Hills Have Eyes situation.
so what happened? We're going through Nevada.
Oh, Nevada.
Because we were leaving Vegas, and we pulled over to take a picture of the "Welcome to Arizona" sign.
That's it.
So he gets out of the bus to take a picture, and all of a sudden I hear, "Err." I'm like, "Oh, that don't sound right." And he's like, "All right, well here, let's just put it in drive and see what happens." You hear, "Ka-dunk!" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" But the bus is still moving, and I look behind, and I'm like, "Yo, something fell."
Yeah, and I look in
fell.
I look in the
Right.
mirror. I was like, "This is not good."
And he's just
No.
like, "Turn it off right now." Boom. And we open it up, the whole serpentine pelt's gone. Like, had we not stopped, the engine would have froze, and that would have been the end of that
It's a gorge.
bus.
It's
Yeah.
a gorge. So the gorge has no cell phone service, and it's about 15, 20 miles of just 2 roads going through between a mountain. If we would have went half a mile forward, there's shit we could have
It was pretty fortunate because we were still technically in Nevada, so we were allowed to smoke weed legally.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And
Yeah,
we
because
walked.
I don't think Arizona. Well, I think Arizona
Arizona
actually changed
has,
it
like-
so you can smoke in
They
Arizona
got some
too.
they got some laws, but I think you got to be medical. But the cool part is we walked down to the gas station. All 3 of us, we went and got the big case of beer.
Yeah, it was like
30
2.5 miles
36
away. We went
pack.
for a walk in the heat first thing in the morning. Yeah,
Oh
they
my
sell
God.
30 packs.
30 packs. Went and got a stupid 30 and had plenty of water, had all the things on the bus, and we sat and watched TV and fooled around and drank and made
it's-
songs. And
It's not bad
Yeah, we
when
did.
you're.
we were freestyling and filming. I
Yeah,
got to
of course.
release all that
It's-
stuff.
dude, we got this one Walmart song, bro. We gonna go viral like
Yeah,
a
'cause
mug, bro.
we had to
sure.
walk to the motherfucking Walmart.
Big facts.
And made
Had to
a
get
whole
my
song
shit.
about
Hey,
it.
Had to get my shit. You dig what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, it really sucks when your car breaks down, but I guess it's not that bad when your house breaks down, right?
I mean,
You can't
I
go
mean, we
were
anywhere, but
fortunate-
you're in your house.
Yeah, you're in your house, and it's like you're not leaving. I'm not leaving my house. Like, I'm not leaving. I'll just stay
Yeah.
here.
was very fortunate because he's got solar panels. We had a generator
That's right,
with us,
yeah.
so we had power, we had food, we had a refrigerator and all that.
Yeah.
And like we were only 2 miles from town, so if we needed anything, that wasn't too
I'm
much.
pretty
of an
sure
issue.
that's like the exact plot of The Hills Have Eyes, though. They just break it down in the middle of nowhere desert and then be like, we can't get out of here. And then all the crazy mumbo jumbo looking people.
Oh, dude, there's this guy that was walking.
What?
This guy that was walking, right? I was flying a drone. He was just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Flying a drone." Like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm walking across America." I was like, "What?"
Forrest
He's
Gump
like,
situation.
"Yeah, I'm walking to my friend's house, and it was through the gorge." You remember when we went to the
Yeah.
gorge like 2 days later? He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go walk through the gorge." This is at like 3:00. I was like, "All right, cool." After going through that, I know that gorge. I don't know if he made it through there.
Oh, my God.
That's
There's
a
not like a
long
sidewalk.
walk.
There's not even
There
room
is
to
no
pull
sidewalk.
your car over to the side. Like if we broke down in the gorge, we would have been stuck
We
in the
blocked
middle
traffic.
of the road and probably cost
Literally,
thousands of dollars
traffic
for a tow truck.
blocked.
Oh, my God.
There's no getting past. There's no.
It's like
output
it's
or
like
nothing.
driving down Post Street, except you got mountains on both sides
Oh
of
my
you,
God.
Fences
and
holding
the
rocks
cars are
and
going
boulders.
80
Yeah.
miles
Like,
per hour.
I was thinking it was like a Roadrunner desert situation, like middle of nowhere. But
Oh, no.
doesn't sound
It was literally the gorge to get into Utah.
okay.
Once you get through that gorge, you're in Utah at that point.
Well, that
It was
really,
insane. It was
that
fun.
really
It was fun,
sucks.
man. See, I love adventure. If you guys gonna figure something out about me, I like adventure. I don't get really rattled too much. I get a little rattled. I mean, it's life. But once you get through those type of things, it's character building. You have such great stories to tell. And if you ain't got a story to tell in life, then what you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When we broke down, but the thing about it was too is like the other shows and like the whole like tour that we were on was so much fun. Like everything about it was just amazing. And I feel like the boys, that's all they fucking focus on at the end was just like how miserable it was in those 2 days. I'm like, no, man, this is fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's not like you're broken down alone with nobody and you know you're just in danger. Like maybe we're in danger, but. You were with your friends. You were with your buds.
At least you got somebody to look after.
At least if
your
we
back
die,
a
I'm
little
gonna have a good time with my friends out here beforehand.
That's what that was my whole attitude, and they didn't like it.
bit. Yeah,
They
but
were
you know
just,
what?
like,
You're an
so
optimist.
miserable.
But and that's a good thing. You know, you gotta keep that optimism up and that good feeling because that's how good things happen.
Yeah,
If you stay in the
exactly.
dumps, more dumps come.
It's all about how you react to things. That entire happiness is based on that. So
Big
100%.
facts.
you
Big
can
facts.
be miserable winning the lottery. I guarantee you. All right. Well, that was a great anecdote. I love it, especially about the bus. But I guess we can get into Universal Green, your
Music
band.
stuff.
So I wanted to know. I didn't know that your last name was Green for the longest time.
Oh yeah,
I
like
thought-
the color, not with an E.
Well, that makes sense. The Universal Green. That's fucking
Yeah.
a great fucking band name. I love it.
Oh, thank you so
But
much. man.
I guess what I was trying to say was like, what is the history behind the band and how did it start?
The band started because my brother's epileptic. He can't work, and he needed an outlet. He was great on the keyboard, and me and him used to freestyle back in the day. And I met this wonderful person by the name of Paige, and she introduced me to some people at Warehouse Studios.
Paige
Ryan.
McCullen?
McMullen.
McMullen. Sorry.
And she introduced me to people at Warehouse, Ryan and Diego and Andreas and
Jeremy
Nix, and then like that's how it kind of started.
Who else
I was
did
just like, I think I can do it. We went in there and freestyled one day, and people were like, yeah, you should start a band. So it originally started off me, my brother, and Paige was the first ever set we ever did. It was
Just
me,
playing
my
the,
brother. Yep, at Burrow
like loops
Bar.
and stuff?
No, we had songs.
No. I meant more of like instrumentation.
So
wise.
Tez
No, Tez makes beats on the
makes
keyboard.
beats on the piano.
Yeah.
Cage is a really good guitar player.
No, yeah.
Um,
I guess I was thinking who's playing drums. You know what I mean? But
Oh
Tez-
yeah, well
would
back
play
then,
drums
yeah, he would
on
play
the
drums
piano.
on the piano. So the set was him had a Casio,
Oh, that's what I was.
and
yeah.
he would rock this Casio, and we had at the first ever show we had music behind us. I go push the play button,
Yeah.
start my brother's track, and then we rap over it. You know what I'm saying? Burrow Bar, it was fantastic, and then Andreas and Diego came. Andreas is bass, Diego was drums. We had Leo in the band playing violin.
Kulichevsky.
It was, the original iteration of the band was absolutely amazing, just like the current iteration. And then, life happens. People just had families and had to take other paths, and I kept it going because my brother can't do anything else. And you get one life, and why not explore and see what you can do? You may not be the most sellingest record artist ever, but long as you have fun. And over the years, since 2012, I think October, November was our first show. We've been rocking ever since, man. And now we have Jason Honeycutt on drums, Jack Rinka on guitar, my boy Corey right here on bass, my brother second vocals. He doesn't play keyboard as much. And we got Adrian on sousaphone and trombone.
Hey everyone, just want to take a second to talk to you about one of our favorite music venues, Blue Jay Listening Room. Blue Jay is a space for true music lovers where every ticket is a backstage pass. Silence your cell phones, enjoy a nice glass of wine or craft beer, and be part of an intimate experience unlike anywhere else in Jacksonville. Hear national and local artists sing their original songs and share the stories behind them in a space carefully curated for the premier show-going experience. I personally have seen some of my favorite shows here, as well as having played with some of my heroes. Not only is Blue Jay a wonderfully unique experience, it has become a staple in the Florida music scene. Mention Bottom of the Bill on your next visit and receive 10% off your tab. Blue Jay is located at 2457 3rd Street South, Jacksonville Beach, and be sure to check out www.bluejayjacks.com for news, ticketing, and events.
Yeah, dude, we continue to rock, man. We've been blessed over the years to play a lot of festivals, a lot of amazing shows. I just think about, We played with the whole Wu-Tang Clan here in Jacksonville at the landing.
Connection Festival.
At Connection Fest.
At the landing.
What?
It was the last
Yeah,
one.
we played
So
at 7 o'clock,
We
and they played at 8:30.
We were basically like not on the same stage because they were breaking down their stage, but we were on the second
Other main stage.
Essentially direct support for Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Who was hosting it? God, I want to say Charlie Sheen, and that's not it. Goofy guy. What is his name?
Oh,
Charlie.
No, it's not Charlie.
Pauly
Sheen.
Shore.
Pauly Shore.
Pauly
Oh my
Shore.
I don't know why I'm getting them confused, but Pauly Shore was
Wait,
the host.
you met
so
the
it was
Weasel,
so
too?
Funny.
Oh yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Dude, we've been at like Wu-Tang, Naughty by Nature, Steel Pulse, Damian Marley, Stephen Marley, Bass Nectar,
Damn, we did.
Running with the
Year-
Jewels, did I say Naughty by Nature?
Yeah.
Too Short,
Scarface.
Scarface. Dude, there's even more than I'm just. It's just dude, I've been super blessed. I never wanted to be like the biggest rapper in the world. I just wanted to make good music that moved people, and we get opportunity, and I'm super blessed for everybody that comes out and share some love with us. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. I had seen y'all before, like I have to say, like way back in the day, because it's been like 10 years now. Right?
Oh yeah.
So I saw you like, and at the Borough Bar, I also name dropping because that's been gone for like 5 years
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing y'all there, but I still never got to see you with horns yet.
Yeah, well,
I wanna see
Adrian's got his sousaphone. We just played at Taco Fest this past Saturday,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
and he will be in Sarbez, and St. Augustine on the 16th. So make sure you guys get out there for that show. He'll be there with the horns. But yeah, man, it's a fun, energetic show, man. We have all original music. It's super fun.
I loved. I gotta send you that. I took a video of you. Well, I'll jump off in a second, but when we were playing at Dunedin together,
Oh, yeah,
and you
Dunedin.
opened up for us, and it was I just loved it. I loved your all's music like a lot.
Thanks a lot, man.
And what I was gonna lead up to was what took me away is you were like you're like your own hype man. You had the most energy I've ever seen as a front man ever. And I fucking love that shit.
Charges it, dude.
'Cause people fucking say that shit to me all the time, but I don't get a microphone. I don't get to like say shit or whatever. But
Yeah.
you see me when I'm playing
Oh,
Greenhouse,
yeah,
I'm
you
like
in it.
jumping
Yeah.
up.
You're in it,
I'm
dude.
playing sideways, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
man. Yeah, hang on. I have an actual question about that.
All
I
right,
forgot
nice.
what it was. It was what does it take to be a front man like how you are for Universal Grey?
Oh man, see, I'm just Darryl, dude.
Yeah.
There's this thing. I'm an introvert, extrovert.
Ooh.
I'm a Cancer, born
Okay.
July 5th. So like I'm to myself a lot of times, but when it's time to perform, it's time to perform, and I just go out there and let it all hang out, man. I don't get embarrassed. I used to work for Disney World, so I don't get embarrassed by anything. I
No.
grew up performing in front of thousands of people, so I don't
That's
get
awesome.
embarrassed. I just go out there and crush.
That's kind of how I feel too. And I'm not trying to compare myself to you in any means because you've got all of it, and I'm lucky to have a drop of your energy on stage.
wow,
To be
thank
honest with you, but that's how I feel. I'm like I'm such a fucking introvert. I've got such bad social anxiety when it comes to like big groups of people. I could talk to you two or like, especially because I know you too, but like just one or two people at a time. But when I go to a show, on Saturday when I played for Greenhouse and
Yeah.
you were there too, I can't fucking talk to anybody. There's too many people going on. But as soon as I get on stage, I'm like, this is
You're at
where
home.
I'm supposed to be.
Yeah,
And
for
I can
sure.
be myself finally, and no,
For sure.
I don't get embarrassed. I could do anything on stage and not
Oh,
get
yeah.
embarrassed. I bet.
So,
Oh yeah, I have done a lot of things that will embarrass a lot of people, and I've survived.
So that energy, talking about not getting embarrassed and just how much energy you do have on stage. I hope I'm not overstepping here, but man, I've seen this guy, like, we will do a show and he's just losing his mind on stage, just going crazy. And then as soon as the set's over, Darryl disappears. Like, where did Darryl go? And then he'll be back in about 3 minutes. He's like, "Oh, I'm good. I had to go puke over here for a minute."
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I got way too hype on stage.
Oh yeah, because what happens is okay, guys. I drink a lot of champagne. Okay, I drink a lot of champagne. If you know me, I bring a case of champagne and other treats. But yeah,
That's just bubbles.
it's bubbles, man. You got to get them out. I remember shows I was rocking on stage. Blah 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 blah. Got to turn around.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. When it's got to go, you got to go. But the show must go
But
on.
exactly. He
must
always
go on.
performs his whole set, does it, and fucking
yeah. all in stride, dude.
Stays after it.
All
Yeah.
in stride.
I'm thinking about you've seen all the memes now on Instagram and shit about trying to drink sparkling water or champagne like that as quick as you can without burping, and every single one of them fucking throws up.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, it's like trying to drink a gallon of milk. It's impossible.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
not gonna do it. You're
I
gonna kill
bet, I
yourself.
bet I could
Don't
do it. I got some room to
See,
work with.
That's not the problem. It's the milk. You
Yeah,
can
I
have
know.
all the. I've seen the biggest person try to drink it, and it was the biggest vomit.
Look,
Milk was a bad choice.
And you're hurting for days after.
yeah, that makes sense.
Can you
should-
imagine what your
Maybe
butt
don't drink
feels
a
like?
gallon of anything. I would say
Exactly.
but-
Drink a gallon of water and not feel like you got a water gut.
But that's really cool. Like the other part of it too is some people because I don't know if you do play an instrument, but you don't play an instrument on stage.
Ooh, I grew up playing the trumpet.
Oh, that's well, we can talk about that in a second. But I was just gonna say that so many people look so fucking awkward on stage when you're not doing anything. If you're not singing or anything, because you don't have an instrument to play.
Yeah.
You don't. You
Yeah.
you're
Oh, yeah.
Still, even when you're not rapping or singing or anything like that, you're still the most.
yeah.
Everyone's
Running,
looking at you. Yeah.
Pelvic thrust,
Oh,
doing
yeah.
360s on his toes like a ballerina, all
Hey,
that
dude.
stuff. I guess that's kind of, you might have learned some of that stuff when you were working at Disney.
Oh yeah, definitely learn.
You can,
yeah. Not all the ballerina
can-
things, but
Can
yeah.
you elaborate on that just a little bit? Like,
Oh, Disney World?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right,
it's like
yeah.
it's kind of it's
Okay.
stemming back to where you get this high energy
Yes.
from.
This is also an audition for a co-host spot. Just saying. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
asking
Level.
the hard-hitting questions. Could you please talk about this?
Yeah, so Disney World. I grew up skating, rollerblading.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. Most people don't know how old I am, and I'll ask you guys, put in the comments how old do you think I am.
Yeah.
And then we'll see who gets the closest answer. But in the 90s, I used to skate, and I got, right out of high school, I got hired by Disney World to
Alright.
skate in a show called Tarzan Rocks.
Okay.
At
hang on.
Animal
wait,
Kingdom.
Wait. So they hired you to be a skater?
Yeah, be an aggressive, like, stunt skater in the show. And it was
a skater, inline
like
skates,
inline,
like
like
doing flips,
flips,
and
like skate park
costumes
stuff,
and
like.
Yeah.
So there was like a couple hundred people that auditioned. They only took 2 people. I was one of them. So doing the show for years, and it's thousands. Every show is 5,000 people.
Yeah.
You do 4 shows a day, so you see about 20,000 a day. And you're in a monkey I'm in a monkey costume skating around,
Oh my
and
God.
all I do is just skate every day. That's all I do, and I get paid great out of high school. And you just learn how to look people in the eye. You learn how to look at kids and interact with kids and parents and girls and dudes that look at you like, why are you looking at my girl? Man, this is my job. You know what I mean?
You're not just a skater, you're
Yeah,
an entertainer.
You're an entertainer, and Disney World teaches you how to smile. Most entertainers don't smile. Most people don't
Oh,
smile.
that's such a huge thing on stage.
And
Is not smiling.
I'm a smiler.
Yeah.
I got good teeth. I'm
Me-
going to show 'em.
I have bad teeth and I still smile.
That's what I'm talking about. Because it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
I can't help it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Disney taught me, is just to be free entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hold yourself back. Go out there, give it your all. Give them the best show that you could possibly give, because once this show's over, you may not ever get this show again. And that's what most people don't realize, is you could be an artist today, but tomorrow that contract could be gone. You're singing, you're dancing, your whatever could be gone. You got to appreciate that to the utmost.
Absolutely.
You know, those are the best days entertaining of my life. I used to just wake up, work, go home, but I knew I had thousands of people every day for 5 years. That's what my job was.
Fuck yeah, man.
And they're going to remember you
Oh,
for
yeah.
a very long time.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, I'm a professional skater. Went and skated in the X Games as well, and did a lot of shows across America skating, and you know, that was a great part of my life.
Yeah, but as far as like being an entertainer and being on stage, like that's where you got started.
Kinda
at?
All from
it
skating.
kinda conditioned you to be
Yeah,
where you
because
are.
I was one of the only black skaters in the 90s. See, most people, they say, oh, you're skating now. Everyone skates now. You could be whatever color, you know what I'm saying? But back in the 90s, it's not a thing. If you were black and skating, you were a unicorn, brother, sisters. You feel me? Straight unicorn.
Mhm.
And you get picked on. And it's like, it was in you know, we're in Confederate Florida, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's not going to Kona Skate Park. Nobody liked me there. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, think about it.
Yeah, I guess
So it teaches you to have confidence in yourself and go out there and be the best, because if not, you're going to get picked on.
I feel you.
So those are the early years, and that's what built me into not really caring what happens. Like,
Yeah, the attitude that you have, though, what you were talking about you just said it for a second. Like I get to do this, and one day like something can happen. And you're not
it's
going
all
to be able
gone,
to get to. If you're on stage and you are miserable or sad or depressed, what are you doing? Why are you up there? Unless you're in an emo band, that's what you're supposed to look like.
Yeah, unless that's a part of your set.
I went to an emo show last night. They were actually really fucking good.
They cried.
They did.
Early November show last night.
They were really good.
I heard a lot of good things about it.
But
for sure.
I was just saying, like, yeah, if you're on stage and you're not smiling, I'm not trying to don't be fake. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't have to be, because I guess most people don't really know what they got till it's gone kind of situation.
Yeah.
That is very true, and most people
100%.
don't know that experience until they experience that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've never really experienced that, but I guess I'm just a worrier, so I'm just like, one day this isn't gonna happen anymore. I'm gonna be too fucking old to do this, and so that's every single time. I'm just happy that I get
up
to
there
do
and
this.
get it, yeah.
Even at these fucking god awful cover shows, I will complain for sure if I ever have to play. I'm not gonna say the places because we still gotta play some shows there and everything. But oh my god, like nobody gives a fuck that we're there. Everybody's just yelling at us Freebird and then laughing, and I'm just like, I mean, like, yeah, they're idiots and everything, but I still get to do this, and you're not walking away.
Yeah,
I'm leaving here with money at the end of the night, and you guys are paying to have your drinks and watch me right now.
Oh, man,
and you might be yelling Freebird. That's
the
hilarious.
places I
but
play-
guess what? I'm leaving here with money at the end of the night.
The places I play, they all have way more money than I do. But I don't give a fuck. I'm happier than them. I know I am.
because this experience, like, if I was, most people go after life for money. Money is like, oh, I got to do this. I'm going to get this big chain, big watch, big whatever, big house, car, whatever. That shit could be gone.
Yeah.
If you ain't got self-worth and value with your name in the streets and how people respect you in the streets and all this stuff, like, even if they, like, in the streets, like, if your friends don't respect you, if you can't respect yourself on stage, then it's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you're crying in your Honda Civic, you're gonna cry in your Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big facts.
Like, although your Ferraris might be a little faster and a little bit more fun to drive, but if you're upset about something, you're upset about it.
But you can go fast in a Honda, too.
That's what I do. I fucking brag about how cheap I fucking live all the time. I don't have anything fancy yet, but I'm just like I fucking got this place for so cheap. My fucking car, I was bragging about how much
I live in a bus.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, I
like
live
next to nothing.
I
And
feel you.
You always seem so genuinely happy. I mean, I know the only time I think I've ever seen you upset is when Anton starts picking at you
does
and
it
gets
on
under your
purpose.
skin. I know, exactly.
He does it on
knows
purpose.
exactly how to do it, and that's the only time. But you also know, you're like, you know what, Anton, fuck off for a little
exactly.
while and just let me live my life, okay?
exactly.
Let me live.
I'm Irish and I do have a bad temper, but you'll never see me mad. I'll just smile through it.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's not about me. It's about Darryl right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's about all of us, dude.
Yeah,
It's about all of us.
Teamwork makes a dream work.
Yeah, man.
I've got so many unpopular opinions for this episode, but I hate that phrase so much.
Which one?
I just think it's the lamest thing.
Which
in the
one?
world.
Teamwork makes the dream work?
I just don't.
Oh,
like
there we
it.
go. All right.
Because
well,
it's
my,
true, though.
my unpopular opinions are starting to stir around a little bit more now.
So I was gonna ask you this, but I wanted to keep going with it. When we were talking about all these stages that you played and all these famous bands that you played with, I said you share the stage with hundreds of bands, but I had to know, what was Smash Mouth like?
Oh my God.
Because I remember I was living.
That was Oktoberfest in
Yeah.
Jacksonville Beach.
Oh! we did have Smash
I
Mouth.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Dude, you know what's crazy?
So I think they actually played the day after
They
we
did, they
played
played
because
the
it was
day
after.
Oktoberfest
Oh,
was
Yeah,
a 2 day
it was a
thing.
2-day thing.
Um,
We played with Side Reel. It was us,
Yeah.
Side Reel.
The Xander, I think, is this
And
guy
it's
from
Xander.
South Florida. He does like a little kind of reggae thing.
Yeah.
White guy with dreadlocks.
2016?
Really good musician. It's
think
16 or 17, I think.
Wow. Dude, we're in 2021.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, dude, we've done a lot of shows.
No, yeah.
Like sometimes when you do things, you kind of forget what you do. Only time you have a remembrance is if you have like a poster or a lanyard or someone that says, "Hey, you remember when you did a show with Smash Mouth?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, we did do one with, yeah, we did." And it was fun. Actually, my brother had a seizure before that show.
Oh no.
Oh my God, you did.
That's why I remember that show.
I think that was the first show. Like, I know all the words. Sorry, I'm chewing ice on here.
That's fine.
I know all the words to all our songs. But as far as playing an instrument and singing, I'm not that great at it. But that was the first show I really had to, like, oh, shit, I got to step it up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I got to help Darryl sing these songs
Dude.
because he runs out of breath because him and his brother are just constantly back and forth, just how they write, how they talk to each other. And it was very unfortunate that Tez wasn't able to play with us that night, but thank God your mom was there. She knew exactly what to do. Like, everything went smooth.
5 minutes before the show, by the way.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And it was like we were all
wild.
in the green room, and then it just happened in front of everybody.
Oh my God.
And then it was like, okay, I got to do both parts. Let's go.
Oh my
Yeah, and I
God.
think
On the
this was
at the
before-
beach's amphitheater. It's
Yeah, I
like
know.
it is like all these people out here. They want a fantastic show. And I'm looking at everybody like, oh God, I got to go drink and smoke. Let me.
And now you got to have twice as much energy because although Darryl runs back and forth all over the place, Tez is still up here dancing. He's doing ad libs in the background and stuff, and it's like he can't do all of that. So I'm like trying to step up, do as much as I can. I think that's when Jack Rinka really started. Like, okay, we need Jack to have a microphone
mic as well,
too,
yeah.
just to kind of fill in empty space if this were to ever happen again.
Yeah,
And then at the same time, like, it also sounds good, even when Tez and Darryl and Jack and me or everybody, like, gang vocals and stuff, like that stuff, it just sounds cool, man. And it's just kind of.
But I don't remember
It's
Smash
fun
Mouth.
the way it's working out. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we went back the next day, but we weren't playing the next day, so we got a lot looser. You know what I mean? Like we're drinking and partying the next day versus like we got a show that we need to perform tonight.
I just remembered I was looking up shows that you played and who you played with before, and then I remembered that show, and I was living on 2nd Avenue North at the time.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I'm like
Right down the road from
right,
me, yeah.
right there. You can see from my house, and I just couldn't believe that Smash Mouth was one still playing, but two playing Jack's beat.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
so funny, man.
Oh yeah.
But I guess they must have. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, and this is a weird question, I guess, about music. But if you were them, like okay, like their last big song was what, All Star, like back
Shrek, like almost brought them hype
I remember
back,
now because we were
you know?
there. I remember when they did that song because that was like
like-
the song.
yeah.
They did it
The whole
towards the end.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that summer because I went to go see Sammy Sosa play at the Reds,
Oh,
and
nice.
that was the first time I ever heard that song. It was at the
Somebody.
yeah. Everybody knows it. But do you think it's a blessing or a curse to be that famous and then being like, well, I guess we still gotta fucking be this band?
Blessing.
It's a
Blessing.
blessing.
I
Because
would
think
say
about
it's-
hard work,
Yeah.
and if you made something that lasts, there you have it.
I definitely think it's a blessing, but I've also heard like bands like that, like I don't know necessarily say Smash Mouth for instance, but there's a lot of bands that'll make one song that blows up, and it's like I don't want to be the fucking cherry pie guy
Or the bop. guy,
yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It's like that's kind of I don't know if those bands in particular felt that way, but it's like I know there's so many people that they spent their whole lives trying to be these musicians, and then they make one song as almost like satire, and then that's what blows up,
I
and now
know.
they're like, we're gonna play it, we're gonna keep getting these checks and stuff, but I'm so sick of playing this song.
I can imagine.
But I definitely think it's definitely a blessing for
Mm-hmm,
sure if you can make that type of an earworm, and you don't like you're not working in it. You might hate the song that you're playing, but goddamn, you're chilling. You
did
can
it.
do whatever you
You
want.
literally
made
did
it.
the
This
goal of a musician.
Yeah,
you
right.
made
Write
a
a hit
timeless
song.
song.
Yeah.
But people get in that mode. It's just like unappreciative of what they even do.
Yeah.
And then they get a little sad about it. Then it becomes resentment. Like, oh, I'm never playing that song again. Man, you better play that song. You made it.
Yeah.
Play the damn song.
Everybody
Yeah.
came to come.
You
see
got
do it.
one life.
I mean,
And
I
why
can
you gonna mess it up because you won't be in your mind? Why
Yeah.
you gonna play the goddamn song?
If you showed up at that Smash Mouth, I can't say their name either.
Exactly.
Smash Mouth.
Yeah, say that
show,
5 times fast.
A Smash Mouth show, and they didn't play All Star.
Oh, dude, it's the end of the. I'll
would
never
be
watch
right.
them again.
Oh yeah, for
I'll
sure.
never go to their show again.
Oh, I just thought of something. When you're a great example of this is Radiohead. Like "Creep Song," that's their most famous song, probably, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not their best song, but they just refused to fucking play it at any show. And then they played it one time after not playing it for 13 years, something like that, and everybody lost their mind.
But I'll just say this, man. You know, you got them people that's like, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Oh, stubborn ass people, man.
Yeah.
That's why bands break up
Well, yeah, sure.
because of those type of personalities. You feel me? How you get too big for your britches? You still poop in the toilet.
Once it
pee,
turns
you know
into
what I'm
a job instead of something
Yeah.
you love, people
Yeah.
don't want to take it.
saying? I'll say this: Universal Green
Yeah.
has been a band for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of bands that are around for 10 years.
Right.
or even a year, 6 months. Call it whatever you want it.
Mm-hmm.
If you love what you do and you focused and you believe in what could happen forever, it's gonna work, man. You gotta have these people that do those songs and don't want to do them. I think that's fugazi, man. I think that's stupid. Go out there and give the people what you created.
And that,
Write it if you think you're gonna hate it.
Exactly. Don't put it out there if it's this is the best song in the world. I don't want to play it after 100 times. Let's not put it out ever. Let's not ever do it.
and that's what I was trying to connect it to was because I know your band's been around for a long time and everything like that. I was wondering what you wanted. Not out of it, because that's a silly question. But what's your future for it? What's your goals with that?
Well, now that my brother's health is getting a bit better, it was tough the first couple of years because it's like, can we get on an airplane with somebody that's epileptic?
Oh yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
secure a
how can we
big
run
bag
these lights?
and we got to go to Texas today. We got to be in New York. Can he handle that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a big thing. And what I've got out of it is my brother's had for the past 10 years, he's had something to look forward to in his life. Imagine not being able to work or drive, but be able to do shows with national acts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a life worth living and worth being happy about. And that's what the whole purpose of this thing was for me, was for my brother to have a life
That's awesome, man.
outside of just being in a house and being taken care of by, my mother or my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't live by yourself when you're epileptic like that. You feel me? So that's my end goal. Like, if we can get bigger, we do. If we don't, we still get to rock. And that, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't overextend what physically might not be possible.
Yeah.
And my expectations are have as much fun as I can have with every show, every practice, every time we meet. That's my goal.
Oh yeah, and you shine through on that. You can see it every single show. Like I said, like the most, you're the only person I met that looks like they're having more fun than me on stage. That's saying a lot.
Oh, that's my big goal. I'm like, dude, if you put me on stage, man, I'm gonna have a blast. You better not put me out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I got a couple more questions. What's like your writing process for your lyrics?
I freestyle everything.
You don't know. You don't. You freestyle.
It's how we get it started for sure. It's
That's
definitely
how you
like
start. Yeah.
we'll go back and like we'll kind of do it as a team at some points. Like, okay, here, how can we write this verse out? But anytime, like a lot of times, the handful of the songs we've made, it's like, because I've been making beats forever, Darryl will just come in and he'll start freestyling. It's like, okay, we got a little hook. I've got a chord structure. Let's take this to the band and repurpose it, or take the instrumental and use the instruments that we have to remake it into a song.
And then it melds from there.
Yeah, and it kind of stems off of that. Or even like if we're just jamming, it's like, all right, someone's got a little riff, and then he'll just start freestyling, and him and Tez will kind of go back and forth, and they come up with a hook. And it's like, all right, once you got a hook, you kind of got an idea of where you want to go with it. And I can say he's definitely done that. He's also hit me up a couple times. He's like, hey, I was just driving today, but I got this hook in my head. And he'll record it on his cell phone, text it over to me. He's like, make a beat. All right, cool. And then we'll take that kind of hook and that beat, and like I said, we'll introduce it to the rest of our band members. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we move on to the next one,
And it's not so crazy to say that. When I guess when you said you freestyle, I'm like, you fucking freestyle the whole fucking show. I meant, but I did ask you about.
Done that too.
Yeah, I've done that. But the majority of those first songs, Sparks, Fresh Tonight,
those were all written at
Eyes
Warehouse.
Open. Yeah, Eyes Open, Money, all freestyles.
That's awesome. Man.
All freestyles.
But
and then, there are some songs where I do write some stuff just so I make sure I have like make sure I have certain songs that I've made with him and Sean with Jackson Beach Hippie, because Corey's a part of Jackson Beach Hippie. Big up, Sean. Jackson Beach Hippie, you dig? Where all my hippies at? I'll sit down and because with Sean, I kind of have to write some things with him sometimes, because he's very lyrical, and if it's not right, it's not right. It don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can freestyle something, and sometimes you can't.
I was just gonna say that it's not much different than any sort of instrumentalist.
Oh yeah, you just gotta let it go.
Sure.
You just gotta let it happen.
You just fuck around on the piano. That's what I do for like hours. I just mess around on
And you
stuff.
find that one little
And then I'm like,
that sounded awesome.
Yeah, then I keep on going on it. That would be crazy, though. Well, I guess because it's still just writing songs and everything like that. And I'm sure there's tons of bands that are out there that do just like we're 100% improv. We do everything just like we don't have any hooks. We don't have anything like that. A completely improv band. Are there any like rap or hip hop artists that are like that? Like we just show up. Astronautalist?
Yeah,
Astronautalist.
He
I
will
think is how it
will
goes.
freestyle his behind off at a show. You'll give him a subject and he'll go off for
That's awesome.
a minute.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Mark Rebelay.
Mark Rebel.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
off the rip, everything he does.
Yeah.
I think a bunch of looper artists kind of do that type
as
of
well.
thing.
Like free, like
But then there's definitely like we'll go back to Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
My last unpopular opinion. Everything
Of
when he's
all
in the
time.
studio, like there's a lot of people. They'll freestyle, but they'll record it as they freestyle and just do bar by bar instead of actually writing it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's technically like you're still freestyling it, but then I don't know where I was really going with that. It's not structured. You're not sitting down and writing it like it needs to
Right.
be this way. It's just kind of like first thing that comes off. But when your brain works that way, it's like it always. Every time Darryl freestyles something, it's not like he says, "I got a fucking blanket and there's a door over here." You know what I mean?
So that's
It's
what
like it's all cohesive. You know?
Well, that's what. So I freestyle,
Nice.
but I don't. Not that I don't like hip hop. I don't know anything about it. I never listened to it or growing up. or anything
Freestyle
like
rap.
that. I freestyle songs and everything like that, but they're awful. And it's just about like just the most random shit. And my girlfriend makes fun of me so hard because I eventually at some point in like it's like maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. I always say hang out. It's like if you want to hang out, you can hang out at my house or some shit like that.
But you know, like in your brain,
Go-tos.
there's
yeah.
words,
Yeah.
there's like things that'll never leave. There's certain things in my mind that have been there for years.
Right.
Because I haven't said them in a song, they have yet to leave
Oh yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
And it's like I have to put them in a song. I have yet to do it, but until I do it, they're gonna come up in a freestyle, and it's unfortunate.
But my
But it happens.
my freestyle is more like I guess like
Talk about bacon and pancakes.
like no, I'm just saying the style. The style is more like Will Smith or
oh,
like
you're getting jiggy with it.
yeah, or like just or a Sugar Hill Gang or something like that, where it's just like
Yeah.
it's not fast. There's no rhythm
Yeah.
to it at all.
But
And
it's whatever
it's
you
bad.
feel,
It's
dude.
very bad.
Hey, but whatever you feel, man, it's like freestyling is literally that. A freestyle is expression. You never know what's gonna come out. Some people can't write as fast as they can think and talk.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of like me. Like I can hear a beat and I can write, you know what I mean? But my handwriting sucks. Don't really like it that much. But I'm also good at like saying some things and then remembering what I said.
Yeah.
So I can continue to build upon it in my mind.
Yeah.
So when it's time to deliver it, I can get out a 10 to 16 and then be cohesive. You know what I'm saying?
And you see that a lot with like lyricists and songwriters, and they always have like just the best memories. And my memory is just awful, and I can't. Not with words and everything like that. I'm just so bad with that. But is that what it seems to be? Like you
I
just
ain't
have
got the best memory. I probably partake in Mary more than most humans in this world.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just joking. I'm saying this is to say that like it's all a feeling. Like I could not remember something right now, but if I hang out with him for a little bit and drink a little something, then it's like, oh,
It'll
there it
come
goes
back.
again. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can forget someone's name until someone gives you an S sound, and then you're like, oh, Sasha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So
I just think it's so wild to me how I like listen to hip hop and I'm just like, how the fuck do you remember all this stuff? Like all
in
the words, you know
I
what I
think
mean?
about that a lot, especially hanging out with him and Vashon, who we were just chatting about. Like when they start rapping back and forth, they both are like, I wouldn't necessarily say trying to outdo each other when it comes to their wordplay and what you're saying, but it's like, as a like you play piano, I play bass, I make beats and stuff. It's like my brain's not working in like words, whereas he's not playing a guitar or a piano or anything. Sean's
Yeah.
not doing that, and like all you're thinking about is what you're gonna say. It's like it blows my mind sometimes. I'm like, my brain just doesn't work that way at all. Like I just like you were saying, like you try to freestyle and you go back to one thing. I'll
so
freestyle for
bad.
30 seconds, say something I've said 10,000 times, and then be like, okay, well, Sean, rap about that helmet. Like, give me a rap about a tomato or something. And it's definitely a different, like, just the way your brains work, man. It's crazy how lyricists versus musicians, just that it's the same, but it's different, you know?
I can't think in notes. I can't think like
You
I'm
don't-
at awe at you guys that can play all that stuff.
You
know
don't
what
you
I
don't do
mean?
melodies or anything like that in your head, or?
Oh, I do those all the time.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but like coming up with it on the
Oh,
spot.
like I can't play an instrument.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I can't play a guitar and be like, I want it to sound like this.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do that. I can't play a keyboard and be like, ooh, dude. But I can rap and harmonize and make it work.
Go.
But do you guys learn songs? Do you guys like memorize songs?
Do we memorize songs? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like I have thousands, hundreds of thousands of songs I feel in my head at all times. Any song could come on and I feel like I know every word.
It was ridiculous. It just like obviously your performance, but that's what I was so amazed at is when we were just driving to Tampa or Dunedin or whatever, and you were just every single freaking song
Dude,
that came on, and it's not easy. It's like at least 3,000 words in a song, just like every single song you got
somehow
knew every
I
lyric.
could do that. Like that's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I love just knowing songs.
One of the funnest trips I had on the bus. It was just me, Darryl, and Sean. Me and Sean had a show in Tampa, and Darryl's like, I want to go with you guys. I'm like, all right, bet, sweet. We can ride on the bus. We don't got to rent a car. We don't got to do anything.
Oh man, this trip was crazy.
Yeah, we'll get into the finer details later, but the whole ride down. So I had a show, right? So I bring my DJ rig and everything. I set it up, and as we're driving, like I'm DJing and doing stuff. I'm playing beats. We
In the
literally
bus.
practiced our set on the road while we're going. And after we got rid of our set, like I had the microphones and the PA set up inside the school bus. And after we got through with our little, we had like a 45-minute set, so we went over our songs, maybe did a couple times. After that, we still had like 2 more hours of driving. And Darryl's like, give me that microphone. Him and Sean are literally, he's driving the bus and he's freestyling. I'm back here like
so
twisting
badass.
knobs, playing my beats. Sean's like waiting for him to pass the microphone over to him. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
one of the funnest trips ever, man.
Dude, that
And it
thing
was
was-
a 4-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
Oh, it
You
was
know
so
what I
much
mean?
fun. What bridge were we going over? It was a big bridge. We were in traffic. Remember in traffic? And we
Oh,
had
that
to-
was
in
when we were,
Tampa.
so after our show in Tampa, we went to hang out with Alex and everybody in Dunedin.
Oh yeah, I know.
We
the
went
bridge you're
down to
talking
St.
about.
Pete.
Yeah.
It was spring break this weekend. So
Bro.
as we're coming back from St. Pete, we're going through downtown.
in a
St.
35-foot
Pete on
school
the
bus
beach.
with RGB lights going off, and
Yeah,
a
and I'm
P-
DJing, playing like Dat Piff and house music.
we have
and
a
stuff.
PA thumper. It's called a thumper,
Yeah.
dude. We thump.
Yeah.
We are thumping through the streets.
Yeah.
Well, it
Freest-
took
dude,
us. It
was
took
so
us about
much fun.
3 hours to go about a mile.
Oh, yeah.
Because traffic was so 2 lanes in, 2 lanes out, and downtown St. Pete was kind of like downtown Jack's Beach, except like I said, spring break. So it was just
Yeah.
a freaking
Dude,
madhouse. I think the bars are open until 3 there too.
I
So
don't
it's like
remember.
we were just, dude, we were
It was
sitting
so
in
much
traffic,
fun.
but it was such a blast because we're literally got all the windows down. We're thumping on the thumpers,
Dude.
playing house music. They're freestyling. Everyone that's walking by is like dancing. We're screaming at people out of the bus and stuff. And we're like, oh shit, like here's a cop. Like we got to chill for 5 minutes. Like, turn it down a little bit. We can't act that much of an ass because we're walking around on the bus, and I don't know the exact laws about walking around while
There's
you're
no laws.
driving.
There's no laws on that bus. At
Yeah,
all.
literally.
Well, God
In
forbid,
the
like a cop
inside,
sees you
there's
walking
no
around, like,
laws.
oh, he's walking around, the bus is moving, and they're not obviously not wearing a seatbelt. Let me pull you over, and next thing you know, you got a whole house that someone wants to look through just because
Yeah.
they're feeling some type of a way.
Facts.
So we dial it down when we can, but we also have the greatest time possible.
I
on
love that
freaking
thing.
Dude.
I had so much fun. Yeah, because that's the other part of it too. Is that the entire time that I was on, it wasn't blasting. It was loud, but I mean, it was just felt like a party. But it was just all hip hop, and it was mostly, I don't know who was picking the songs or anything, but it was mostly 2 Chainz the entire time. We just watching 2 Chainz music videos.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
because I got the
we had the
TV
TV
in there.
set up.
Yeah, he's sorry. He's also got a
Yeah,
TV on the bus.
internet,
So-
all the things in the bus.
So it wasn't that we were just listening to music. We were just watching music videos the whole
Yeah,
time.
dude.
But I didn't know that 2 Chainz had that fucking remix of Hall & Oates. I Can't Go For That, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like,
Oh
what?
yeah, 2 Chainz and Lil Duval.
And that music video I fucking love, and I fucking listen to that song all the time now. It's
Dude,
so
it's
fucking
so
funny.
man.
But yeah.
Hey, man, let me talk about Mama. Man, bump Mama, man.
Yeah, Lil Duval is like, and tell 2 Chainz he can't keep fucking all these white bitches.
What you mean?
Yeah,
Man,
he's
he's got to have at least 2 black girls every other city, man.
That shit, oh my god, yeah.
man.
That video is hilarious, dude.
I-
Shout out Lil Duval,
Yeah,
County all day.
big
Yeah.
facts.
Shout out 2 Chainz. I know they'll see this interview one day.
Yeah. Do you know how that got started? How he?
Lil Duval?
He's
Yeah.
been a comedian.
He's been a comedian
So
forever.
that's what. That's
Yeah,
what it
he was on the
was.
He was on the BET Last Comic Standing. I
Mhm.
believe that's what it was. I
What
believe
was
he
what
won
what,
that.
what was the festival that used to always go down in Daytona in the 90s?
Freaknik?
Freaknik. It was like a summertime festival.
Yeah.
It wasn't spring break,
Oh,
but he
Freaknik
used
was
to
in Atlanta,
always go
sorry.
down for that. And it's like he's always just been, like
Yeah.
in your face type of comedian.
He's like 43, so he's been around.
and then
You feel me?
got involved with like acting and stuff. I guess.
I just
don't
want to know
his
how
whole
he got
story.
that a Smile Bitch song on with Snoop
Oh,
Dogg.
dude,
Like,
he's-
how did that happen?
Literally, because he's Lil Duval, man. He's fucking.
Well, yeah, he's always been around these people, just kind of as a comedian, and I
Yeah.
guess
It's
one
like
day
when-
he's just made that song, and it
'Cause
just
it's catchy.
popped
It's
off.
catchy.
Yep.
So fucking
like when
funny.
you got something
What
catchy,
you be
some-
wildin'
a
for?
person with an ear like Snoop would be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, that's a bag.
that earworm. Yeah,
That's a bag. Let's put a little bit of ooh."
Yeah, now he's like got his pilot's license and property in the Bahamas and constantly
Dude, I think he
moving
went
around.
platinum. He's a platinum
Uh-huh.
selling artist. Like, it's insane. It's so good. I'm so happy for him and proud of him, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure,
Good
man.
to see people from Jacksonville or any city make it.
Jacksonville especially though.
Yeah, no shit.
Jacksonville especially for sure. It's
Oh,
tough to
awesome.
get it. I say if you can survive here, do music here, do anything here for more than 6 months, you got something that you could possibly work on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
This
for
city
sure.
will shut you down.
So what's like the farthest you played then with UG?
Farthest I've played with you.
Played out, I mean, you
Like
know what I mean?
outside of
yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Good question.
You guys, so before I was involved in it, you guys, I think you had some stuff set up in like North Carolina.
Yeah, we went up north, and then we went like a little Panhandle, and then Tampa.
It's really kind of like the
Like
southeast
southeast,
area. Really, we
southeast.
haven't gone too far.
I had a couple of gigs in California. Trying to
I was
think
gonna
of the
say
name
your
of
buddy,
this
your
festival.
buddy that you did those shows, Lightning in a Bottle.
Yeah, Lightning in a Bottle. We had
Yeah, I
a
know
Lightning
the
in a
festival.
Bottle scheduled for like 17, 18, but it just didn't work out, like scheduling and everything.
Well, that's all right.
But I mean, we could play Burning Man next year and Lightning in a Bottle next year.
That'd be awesome.
But it's all about just having the full package. Like, we're still working on getting our audio together and getting like some tangible assets for everybody that listens and enjoys our music. So
Yeah, man. I didn't want to like say anything negative or anything like that, but I was trying to find your music.
it's
And
hard to find.
I couldn't find it on Spotify or anything
Not
like
gonna
that.
find
I feel
it.
bad. But do you have any recordings or anything like
Oh
that?
yeah, we got recordings, and we've got a lot of live recordings. When it comes to studio, we did go in the studio. I've spent the money and went in the studio, but it's tough to get it to sound proper. Even if you go to a studio, because then you got to pay somebody else to go pay somebody else.
Yeah.
So
Well, and even the
and
old
it's 6 people.
The old
Oh, yeah,
studio
I know.
stuff too is all like it's the stuff that was recorded at Warehouse.
Yeah,
It's like
it's different people.
different people,
In the
so it
band,
just
so
sounds
just-
different.
yeah. It's a lot. It's like with this particular band, by me living in California and then traveling back to Jacksonville to do shows. Because for like 3-4 years, I was in California.
Yeah,
And I would come back here to do shows and then fly back out there and then fly back here. And it's tough to record. I mean, we wanted to do those things over the years. Like, oh, I could send audio tracks and we could do this. But, like, man, it's hard.
every one of us works full time.
Yeah, and yeah, dude. So I would want there to be more out there, but we're lucky and blessed enough to where we still get people because of what our music is.
Yeah.
Like, if you come to the live show, you get to see what and hear what it is.
I guess that's what I'm saying is I really want to like you said, Tangier, something to hold or something like that because I want to listen to it.
Right.
When we played together down in Dunedin, then I saw you guys and I was listening to them like, oh, there's some of these songs and I'm just like, fuck yeah, that would be like a summer blockbuster fucking banger hit, and I hope it happens. Is
I
all I'm
do
trying to
too,
say.
man. It's
even if it's just a live thing, like I would
Yeah.
love that too. But like,
I mean, we got some things in the works when it comes to recording the next couple of months. Now that I'm back in town,
Yeah.
Just trying to record with 6 people and getting the timing right for all of that. It's pretty tough, especially with me, because it's like, oh, I get a call today, I got to be in California tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I mean? So, but now I'm in Jacksonville for the foreseeable, until the end of October for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff.
Well, that's
We're gonna
nice
be
that you're
doing
in
some stuff.
town and you're just around the corner, right?
Oh yeah, man. We're right around the corner, man. I'm blessed to have Corey is helping me. He's allowing me to, station my home, my
Yeah.
bus, in his amazing driveway. And
It's amazing drive.
yeah, dude. It's
That's a good
like,
band name. Write that
man,
down.
amazing.
Takes
driveway.
the
No,
trash out and helps
his-
you with the electric, man.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
good to go.
Yeah.
His
That's what friends are for.
his amazing
Yeah,
driveway.
I'll wake up and I'm like, shit, the trash went out at 7 o'clock this morning. And I'll walk out and Daryl's like, no, I'm pulling trash back up right now. I got you, bro.
Yeah, I
heard him. I'm friends with all those guys
That's-
that take
Yeah,
the
dude.
trash out now.
Yeah, dude. They tried to give me a job. They're like, hey, man, we see you driving that bus over there, man.
Yeah, we
You
need
know
somebody that
hiring.
know how to drive one of these trucks.
I was like, dang, I heard they make good bag, though.
Yeah, full benefits. Too,
Yeah,
except
full
you go
be-
home smelling like doo-doo and caca every fucking
I'm
night.
talking about let a little piece of that water touch
Yeah,
your lip.
don't let that touch your lip. That's worse than the St. John's
God,
River water,
kill
buddy.
Me now. Kill me now. I'm cutting my lips off.
Yeah.
What them lip implants at? What Dr. Felucci at?
Gotta drink some bleach and it'll clear it right out.
But I was gonna say, yeah, I guess it's past the point because then we're talking about something else. But that's just driveway rent is what he's paying you right now.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Well, I got him plugged up for some power,
Some
too.
power.
I don't wanna
But when
let-
we
he
go on
got
trips,
sure
though,
power,
I
yeah.
make sure my G he's Ace Moon on the trips. You feel me?
Yeah, we're good. We're eating them Wagyu
We
burgers.
eat Wagyu steak.
Really?
You know,
Boiling
Oh,
that
man.
hot dog water. We're good
Oh
to
man,
go.
okay. So I'm gonna talk about this hot dog water thing. Okay.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, because this
So
is the same
coming
time-
back to Gustavo too.
Okay,
Remember
so,
we
yeah,
said
when
we
I said
get back
Gustavo,
to this.
okay. So we're in California. He's turning up. I'm like,
This
soon
was
as
after we left Yosemite, right?
yeah. So they flew to California. Him and Sean flew to California. I picked them up, and we're going to we go to Malibu that night. The next day, I'm like, we're going to Yosemite, dude. He's like, word. So we drive there. We get there. We go in a little trade shop where you can buy stuff, and he's looking at koozies
You know they got koozies with everybody's
name on it.
Darryl,
And
Corey,
like I look
whoever.
for my name always. I'm like, give me a Darryl. I got a keychain with Darryl on it. You see what I'm saying? I look for my name. My name. Corey, on the other hand, he's like, yeah. I think I like this one. I said, dude, that says Gustavo on it. He's like, yeah, I like that. I was like, you know what? Can't argue with a man. He's decided. So he gets Gustavo this koozie, and we're drinking beers
So,
to
yeah.
start off.
Yeah,
We're just drinking
beers.
High Time or something like
Yeah,
that.
we had left Yosemite and
Headed to San Francisco.
San Francisco, and so I think leaving San Francisco.
Yeah,
going,
down to
we
PCH.
we went to Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
That's
And
where I bought a big old handle of Tito's vodka.
okay, so this is where it gets. I didn't know what was happening when you get Tito and Gustavo in the same room.
Yeah.
They jumped me.
They jumped the piss out of him, and there was nothing me and Sean could do about it. So here he is. He's drinking beers out of Gustavo the koozie.
Okay.
Then he's got Tito's. He's like, "Huh, turn up, bow." I'm like, dude, we're up high in these mountains
Yeah.
now, going to PCH, and it's a cliff, and it's a 2-lane road, and it's swervy. So now he's on the bus like this,
I don't know.
and he's just woozy, bro. And me and Sean see him, and we like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like,
Well, we're moving and cruising. We go to.
Dude.
We stopped at a Walmart. I don't remember some little town. So we
Yeah.
had to turn around. So we're like behind schedule. We're trying to get back to Malibu that night.
Yeah.
But we're like, we still got 4 more hours because we had a 3-hour delay to turn
So he's
around.
just, bow.
Let's just stop at this Walmart. Let's get some food. We'll crash for the night and we'll just continue in the morning. We
Oh, no.
walk in there and we're like, all right, yeah. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, cool. I'll survive off peanut butter and jellies and dry ramen noodles. I'm
Right.
okay. Mind
No.
you, he's got burners in there. He's
said
got,
I'm
Dry
cooking.
ramen
I'm
noodles?
cooking. Yes.
I'm just, dude. This is
Li-
what's going.
this
through
is
my
what's
head.
going
I've been
through his
drinking Tito's all
Yeah.
day, and I'm
And I'm like,
smoking
guys,
3 different wax
This is
pens.
Gustavo.
Yeah, so he's
Gustavo.
he's triple dragging it. At first it was double dragging. He had 2 pins. I'm like, dude, these are Cali pens. These are different.
90%.
Bro,
THC.
so he's double dragging.
Oh,
Double dragon. Then he triple dragons it. And he's got Tito and Gustavo. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's late. I'm like, you guys want something to eat? I think I'm just going to cook me some hot dogs. Just going to cook me some hot dogs. Sean's like, yeah, I'll eat a hot dog. He's like, oh, I don't want anything. I'm going to eat like these chips or something. I'm like, bro, you ain't eat like, it's been hours since you ate. It's been hours. But I'm like, whatever. Dude, I fixed the freaking hot dogs and everything. Me and Sean eat. He goes to sleep. He doesn't even know the food is done. We done ate. We sitting back watching TV. He wakes up. He's like, I smell hot dog water. He's like, that hot dog water smell good. Like, he wakes up and he's like, that hot dog water smell good. We looked down and was just like, he's alive. This is the only thing he said for like an hour and a half. We done ate. He sleep. He wake up. That hot dog water smell good. What the hell? Man? I was like, bro, what do you mean?
It smelled good.
Oh,
bro.
dude. And then the next morning, it was literally Hurley out of the window.
Yeah. So,
God.
They had to go into the Walmart to get.
Wait, go back. I'm sorry. Did you drink the hot dog water?
No.
Oh.
No, it's because I was drinking a bunch of Tito's.
I know.
And it smelled so good. That was the only thing his brain could say.
I fell asleep before I ate. You know, I went and got my peanut butter and my bread to make sandwiches, and I'm like, I don't want this shit. I'm
We're
gonna
in
drink some more
Walmart,
vodka.
dude.
Bow.
We're in Walmart, the store that has everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you should get some food. Nah, man. I'm going to get these, like, nuts and, like, this fucking, like an apple or something. Yeah. Like, I'm like, whoa.
Let me get this pre-made salad with 3 pieces of lettuce in it.
He's drunk. This man's drunk.
But they let
He's
me
not
do my
thinking right.
thing, or they let Gustavo do his thing, right?
And what nothing you could tell him. Nothing you could tell Gustavo at that time. It was no longer Corey. That was Gustavo.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That was Gustavo at that point.
So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, damn, I'm hungover. And they're like, they're working on setting up this solar shower that we had been planning on. I'm like, man, I'm too hungover to even roll out of this bed right now. The bus is off. It wasn't super hot, but it was probably like mid-70s. And in that bus, that temperature goes up a little bit. And next thing I know, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, nope. Ran right out the bus. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing like boxers and a white T-shirt. I'm just puking in the middle of this Walmart parking lot.
It was a spectacle.
Like, violently puking in the middle of this parking lot. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, okay, well, thank God, because I woke up. I was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was still drunk. I went into Walmart and I'm like, I'm gonna get some Pedialites. And like I prepared because I knew what was gonna happen later this day. So we puke, whatever. They got the shower figured out. We leave, and my hangover is just kicking my ass, man.
It was heavy. You could tell somebody at the hangover when
we're driving through the California countryside, and we make it back to the PCH. And next thing I know, like, because we're going like this, and we're going up and down hills, and we're doing this, and I'm like, whoa, I'm just coming back.
I can't stop now.
I'm feeling,
it's a two-lane road. The PCH is 2 lanes.
I'm like, all right, here we go. Fuck it. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm about to puke. So I just sit up, window down, boom. You know, school bus windows, you got to open them like this. You only got this much room. And I'm stick my head out this window. Like, just killing it out the side of this. It's spraying back in my face because we're doing 50 miles an hour.
Oh, dude. And the Pacific Coast water and wind is just like blowing it, bro.
But I'll tell you one thing, man. That was the best view I've ever had when I was vomiting.
Oh man. And
it was beautiful, man. But apart from the vomit coming back and hitting me in the face, I had a great view. Not many people can say they've done that. They're just laughing at me.
I'm like, oh man, I can't even film. I just got to keep my eyes because I'm like turning the 35-foot bus on a cliff. There's no guardrails.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh man, it was hilarious. I was like, man, Gustavo and Tito beat your ass.
That's when I learned that Gustavo's my alter ego, but if him and Tito get together, they're probably going to want to fight me, and I'm going to be sick and throw up.
Dude, never bring those two people together.
Gustavo and Tito, I don't hang out with both of them at the same time anymore.
So do you still have the koozie, though?
Oh, yeah. I bring Gustavo out on the weekends with me.
You didn't, like, bury that somewhere in the woods?
No, me and Gustavo are cool. It's when Gustavo and Tito get together.
You should bring it to Hula. Bring
He's definitely bringing the hula. I'll just say, when Tito brings his his ass around, that's when things go a little awry. But Gustavo's just fine. I like that guy.
Oh, yeah, Gustavo will be out at Halloween.
Yeah.
That is for
Did
sure.
it? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be any. Is Universal Green playing or no?
Oh, we won't be playing this year.
You won't be playing this year.
No,
right?
not this year.
But you will.
Oh, yes.
He's playing with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get signed up. I don't think it's been announced yet, but 2022 we've got a couple festivals at Hula.
Oh, yeah.
Or not
Yeah.
at Hula, but at Swanee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2022
Oh,
is
really?
going to be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Because last year we were Swannied up last year.
Yeah, we were booked for a lot of
had-
stuff.
That's right. At
We
Swanee
had-
Rising
we had
and all
a-
that.
Yeah, we had some things ready, so that's gonna, go over till next year. And yes, this year I've been blessed. Your band, Greenhouse Lounge, lovely, amazing, wonderful men, allowing me to rock with them.
I can't wait to.
And we're actually going on tour, right?
Are you? I was asking Dave's
Small
like,
little run
what are we?
before
What are
Hula.
we? What are we doing? Are you? Or how are we gonna get there? It's like the bus is all he
Oh yeah,
said.
yeah.
So you're down.
Yeah. So we're
All right.
we're leaving
Round fucking
yeah,
two, dude. Can't
we're
wait.
leaving the 21st of October, coming to a city near you.
Yeah, we
like
gotta-
Tampa,
Yeah, let me look at it real quick.
Gainesville.
Yeah, it's gonna be
gonna
Gainesville, October 21st, Gainesville, 22nd, Jacksonville, 23rd, Sanford, and 24th of Fort Myers. And hopefully Dave doesn't get mad at me for saying all that right now. But
Woo!
yeah.
I know.
4
I'm
days.
like, oh,
And
I'm not
then-
announcing it.
And
but
then
we'll
the
see.
next week is Halloween.
And then the
Yeah.
next week's, and literally I'll be at Hula from Tuesday.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm gonna be there all week. If you guys want to come hang out with your boy, come camp out with you. I'll be there.
Where you gonna camp?
Right
at
by
then?
Spirit Lake.
Fuck yeah, dude. This is gonna
Right,
be
we're
great.
literally.
Yeah.
I'm literally parking the bus behind the stage,
Yeah, right next to the stage.
Like-
chilling.
like straight chilling.
Hell yeah. I
Hey,
can't fucking
yeah,
wait.
buddy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be so
buddy.
much fun.
I love Hula. It's to have the opportunity to play it years ago, 2018.
17, I'm
17
pretty
was
sure
it?
is when we played.
17
I
or
think I
18.
played that one too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just
when it was the last year Bass Nectar played before all that fucking
Ooh, he got canceled.
yeah
before
it
it
got
got canceled. Yeah, is he
Um,
still canceled?
I don't know.
Who
because
knows?
I never
I
really.
don't think he's
He get
ever gonna
canceled
be
for like a year?
Uncanceled.
I'm pretty sure if
What did he
you're-
do?
I think he was grooming girls like
Yeah, he
Chris
was-
D'Elia was.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So that's the end of it. Underage girls or whatever. Can't do that.
yeah.
What
bad
is it with
news.
musicians? They always want to do that shit. It's like well, I've done everything else. I guess my next thing is
Yeah,
whatever. We
sexual
don't have to get
assault.
we
No,
don't
Like,
have to get into
fucking
that.
I can't even put my mind. I'm sitting here like dumbfounded. Like I don't.
You're gonna
I don't
throw
know.
you're gonna throw everything away
Yeah.
just so you can
You
get.
got fucking
I don't know.
10 million people listening
I
to your
know.
music, and you want to hang out with a 17-year-old and
Yeah.
I don't
R.
know.
Kelly did the same
people's
thing,
Fucking
fucking-
brains are weird, dude.
Yeah, I
Jackson
can't.
did
I
the
can't
same
wrap
thing.
it around now. And all I can say is we'll be at Halloween.
Yeah.
We're an adults. We
Yeah.
are adults rather, and
we like
we're gonna have
adults.
some fun.
Yeah.
And we like adults.
And
Correct.
only
Yes.
adults.
Yeah.
From here and forever.
Yes, please, Lord.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I'm excited.
yeah,
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait either. I don't
Taking
wanna,
the bus.
I don't want to give anything away by any means.
Oh man, we about to have boy.
We've
we about
been
to have a
working
time.
on stuff,
It's
and
gonna
it's
be
gonna
wild.
be so cool.
About to
All
have a time.
right, well, I got a couple more questions, and we'll wrap it up. But I was gonna ask you, because for me, I don't really listen to hip hop. I do enjoy it a lot,
Uh-huh.
but I just I feel like somebody who. I feel like somebody trying to watch Star Trek for the first time, and I'm just like, where do
Who's
you
Spock?
start? You know what I
Right.
mean?
All right. Well, what's your question?
I guess my question is for you is well, two things, like what were your favorite like growing up to getting into stuff, and then like what do you love now?
Oh, when I grew up, Tribe Called Quest. One of my favorite, like growing up bands was Tribe Called Quest. You got your DMX, you got your KRS Ones, George Clinton. I grew up listening to everything. See, I grew up in a very soulful house. My grandmother. My great grandmother used to own a juke joint here in Jacksonville
No
back
shit.
in like slavery days.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to own a juke joint on the north side. And the house that we just got rid of used to have a juke joint in the back of it. It used to be like on 33rd and Moncrief. If you guys don't know, that's where I grew up, 33rd and Moncrief.
You're from Moncrief?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
man.
so it like soul music, jazz, funk, blues, all that's in me. So like rap is a part of it, but I like music.
Yeah.
Like my dad was a Prince head. Yeah, bro. I grew up listening to everything.
Okay.
Everything growing up. but rap is a part of me, but it's not everything.
No, I didn't think so.
know?
I just figured because of the genre of music, and really, your genre of music is definitely very hip hop based and everything like that. But it's so much more. I don't know what the correct word to say is. It's
Eclectic.
Yeah, it's eclectic, and it's much more instrumental instead of like just focused on like a DJ making beats and everything like that.
Correct.
Like it's a full.
It's a band.
It's a band.
It's a band.
And then it just happens to be the style of lyrics and everything like that. It sucks because that's you get pigeonholed and you're like, yeah, we're a hip hop band because one of us raps. Like that's kind of ridiculous. Right. Like you could be like one of us plays violin, but you're not a fucking classical.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I get that and everything
Yeah.
like that, but I just I guess I'm part of that audience or whatever. So when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it's hip hop, and then I'm just an idiot. Like I said, I haven't ever gotten into it or anything, so I don't know what to call it.
The way Jason describes our band, our drummer, you know Jason, obviously
he's my drummer
your
too.
drummer too.
We share drum.
Love Jason.
I always had trouble. Like, how do you guys explain Universal Green to people? Because it's
Yeah.
like I feel like we're so all over the place. You know what I mean? But he said, and I think this is the most perfect explanation. He said, like, if the Roots and the Red Hot Chili Peppers had a music love baby,
That's a good one.
that's kind of because it's like you kind of got that rock, you kind of got that lyricism, you kind of got that little bit of funk in there, and every now and then, like we do an Ace of Spades cover, you know what I mean? So it's like you got that little bit of heavier stuff, or like Purple Clouds, for example. So it's like I think that's a really good kind of medium, I guess you could say. It's how Universal Green sounds, because I'm the same way. It's like, oh, it's like someone sees it and they just think it's hip hop, you know what I mean? But it's not.
It's really not. And once you get to the show, you realize it's a lot of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's infused with every type of music or style of genre of music, you know.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And that's what I wanted it. I wanted it to be genreless. That's why it's hard to explain, because it doesn't really have a genre.
Yeah.
It's music.
I don't know what you call a side hustle either, because it seems like in Jacksonville, like there's so many weird little niches of scenes around here. Like, for example, when I went to that emo night yesterday, I didn't know one person in the crowd. Like, not one person.
Right.
But, like, at Greenhouse Lounge, which is for sure, like, a jam band. That jam band, a Swanee scene, and that's what y'all are in, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. But it's not a jam band. I just don't really understand. The jam band is the most jam band genre has the most, like, a widest range of stuff. Like, yeah, everybody get it here. Don't worry about it. You can be a part of it. So yeah, of course you can't pigeonhole it. I apologize. I'm not gonna pigeonhole Universal Green as a hip hop band. But
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
I'm not sure what that sounded
phone
like.
and my glasses off of here.
Oh, that
It's okay.
sounded like a bottle of.
The bottle fell, but it's empty.
Oh, okay.
For the record, and
Yeah,
it's not
I mean-
empty because it's on Billy's floor. It's empty because I drank it.
been dropping bottles, dude. We've been talking about that. But yeah, it is very strange that like whole genre of jam bands and that's who plays Swanee. That's who plays all the jam band nights. If the Perpetual group comes into town, it's going to be one of those bands that's going to open up. It's not going to be a metal band. That's the other genre or scene here. There's like three. I guess there used to be punk, and everybody is like, yeah, punk still is here. I'm like,
No,
not really. But it's those
bands don't play
three. So yeah, I that's what I would call it. It's a jam band.
Yeah.
Even though it's
it's
not.
like
But
it's like a jam band esque at times,
Yeah.
and then it could be a rock band,
Yeah.
and then it could be a reggae band, and it could be a rap band, a blues, jazz. It could be whatever.
we do it all.
Yeah, and that's the goal. Music is music. I'm not gonna tell
Good
a
music is
musician
good music.
not to play no music.
Yeah, and
You
who's
feel me?
who are you to categorize music?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like and first of all, I'm not just gonna sit there and rap about guns, drugs, girls, and jewelry.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
He does
That's-
talk about girls quite often. But
I
that's
do talk
okay.
about women, yes, because that's the
every
opposite
every
sex.
rock
Women.
song is about women.
Yeah,
But I'm not like I don't
We're not over sexualizing.
over sexualizing anything.
Like
but
that.
you know how most rappers, I will say this about rappers. A lot of it's the same.
Yeah.
It's all talking about pretty much the same thing. How many people did you shoot? How many ops do you not like? And I ain't got time for that. My life is too happy to want to bring in such negativity to become a clout chaser or a what is, you know how these people like they're trying to find people to beef with just so they can become a thing.
Yeah.
I ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been making music in
There's
this
enough
city
money
for a
out
long
there for
time
everybody.
and haven't been in one beef squabble in almost 10 years. You feel what I'm talking about? Ain't had a problem at a show in almost 10 years. Because it's like you give what you do unto others as you would want them to do unto you.
Yeah.
And I show out love and people
Good
show
energy's
back love.
received good.
Big
Like,
facts.
You're not up there angry about nothing, and people see
Facts.
that, and like, why would they get angry because you're happy?
Yeah, I don't call nobody no B's and no H's and no y'all MFers put your hands up. No, I say, y'all, would you please put your hands up? I'm not gonna call you no stupid name just to make a point. Like I'm not gonna curse. I don't even curse like that
No,
to
I
begin
know.
with.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate when
true.
people call me some name and I'm in the crowd like, oh, I'm coming to see you. They call me an MF. What'd you call me? I just gave you $10. You feel me? Like
Right.
I'm leaving. Like come on, man.
Have you ever tasted heaven in a glass? Do you pine for the hoppiest brews and palest ales? Do you like food? If so, then Wicked Barley is the oasis that your mouth has been wishing for, walking into the complete barren wasteland that is your life. Wicked Barley is located in Jacksonville, Florida, nestled on the banks of Goodbeast Creek. Wicked Barley aims to provide its guests with a wicked experience, offering over 18 house-brewed beers, ciders, and meads on tap. They also have an expansive gastropub-style food menu, including burgers, salads, sandwiches, and more. Whether you are a newcomer or a craft beer connoisseur, there's a little something for everyone at Wicked Barley. Visit them at 4100 Bay Meadows Drive and tell them Bottom of the Bill sent you.
I think that was my problem, mostly with hip hop, or rap in general. Like, I guess starting from like I don't know, maybe like 50 Cent and on, was just like, first off, it's just about like a party or how much money I have, and then it kept on getting more and more into no offense to Lil Wayne, where it's just like, what are you even talking about? Half
He's
the
talking
time?
about all the fun things he's done drunk and high.
I guess.
And on lean.
But it does. It just sounds like a list, and this is a real hot take, Bill. But it sounds just like a list of all the stuff that I got and all the things that I do. And then I'm like, that's not a song.
Yeah.
Like that's not like what is the meaning of the song? Like nothing. I'm awesome. That's the meaning of it.
But now it's become the norm.
Yeah.
When you do something and it gains popularity, more people do it, and now it's the popular thing to do. That's why there's so many vain people in this world.
Yeah.
You know, every time I turn on the book, I see somebody showing me they face, they titties, or they ass. And it's like, that will pass.
Mm-hmm.
What are you like after, like, during that? Like, who cares what you look like? What cares what you talking about? Like, what are you really doing? And, like, I don't know. This conversation could spur into that because rappers, you know, they think about that all the time. I'm a rapper. I think about it, but I ain't about to, you know, publicize it.
But yeah, I think, I mean, it should be a little bit more poetic, and that's my hot take.
I mean, Tupac was. I bring up Tupac a lot. I bring up Biggie and Tupac. Biggie said some really raunchy stuff.
Yeah,
he
he
said he'll you know have somebody do something to you and throw you over a bridge. You know, Tupac said a lot of things, but it had some grip to it. You get what I'm saying? These new kids out here, they just on drugs and they talking.
Yeah.
People like to hear
Yeah.
people talk wild because they're like, oh, he said that, I'm going to say it too. Now everybody wants to talk wild. But trust me, when you talk wild, there's repercussions. People don't, like, come on now. Come on
You're
now.
almost being like a comedian because no one's gonna take you seriously if you're
Yeah.
saying like
People
real shit.
thrive off of other people's drama. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it's that way, but people, like I could say, man, I just went to work today and I came home with a couple $100. I'm doing great. Or I could say, I went to work today and I got in a fist fight with a bum, and people are gonna be like, oh, tell me more about
Yeah.
what you did with
They don't
this
care about how
homeless
good your
person."
day
Yeah,
was. They have zero
exactly.
care how, and it's like our thought process as humans are all is just all. That's why I live in a bus by my dang self, and it's like I take landscape photography because I love the world and I love looking at it and experiencing it, and you know people are a part of it, and a lot of them I'd rather not talk to.
I just want to know, like, if you took that like sort of idealistic lifestyle and just put it into another genre of music, like what that would fucking sound like. Imagine like Fish was just like if Fish was just like drinking 40s or shit like that. I don't know. But then still also like jamming the whole
Like
time.
super jamming.
Yeah.
Just like,
Probably
get up
dope
here,
as fuck,
H.
actually.
I mean, it's kind of happening, honestly. Like a lot of these, like the hip hop that's coming out now, like they're having like mosh pits at these concerts.
Big
and,
moshes.
like these rappers are having like heavy metal bands play behind them and stuff, which is cool. Like I'm all for genre mixing and stuff, but I would love to see like Fish singing about drinking 40s and shooting pistols.
Yeah, that sounds
like
a great idea. Maybe we suggest that to train nostalgia.
Well, it's in the air now, so
it's
let's
in the
see where
air.
it goes. I give it a
Yeah.
few months before we find something. Like, you remember that podcast we were
Right.
talking about?
No, they look at what they're doing now. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll just say this. I just wish people would have more heart in what they're doing, not just putting out stuff saying outlandish things to get a rise or become clickbait or give me my 15 minutes of fame. Like, people aren't genuine no more, really. Like, it's all a bunch of fake out here, and people believe in fake, and it's sad. Like, I'm not the oldest person, but I know what it's like to see analog and digital. And, like, man, these people out here are super digital, man.
It's all digital.
You feel what
now.
I'm saying? They super digital. They need to bring it. They need to find out who they are first. I'm really sick of seeing a lot of it, personally.
That's a real struggle that other like bands on the come up have too. Is like, I'm gonna in order to make it big, or not even make it big, but just get out of your
follow this recipe that someone else made.
Yeah, your 40-hour-a-week work job. You want to not ever have to work again, basically. It does not even have to make it big, but then you have to do all these little stupid steps that somebody has created. And, like, if you want to do it, then you have to post on Instagram every day and make TikToks, and you have to do stupid little videos that have nothing to do with your music at all. But otherwise, that's the way it goes. I almost threw up today because I was looking up how much money do you make if you get, like, I don't know, 1 million views or listens on Spotify. You know how much money you make?
How much?
$3,500 is how much money you make.
Per million.
Jesus.
And Facebook ads, if you get 1 million views, you may get like $1,500, $2,000.
No, yeah.
Like something like it's not a lot of money. It used to be a lot, but not anymore.
It's ridiculous nowadays. And so the only way that you can make money as a musician
content.
is content.
Creation,
But
for sure.
and it's like they've just watered it down so much that you, no matter what you do, even if you have 1 million views on it, you're still getting like
pennies.
crap. So the only thing you really do is performance.
Yep.
And that's what makes the most money as a
And
musician.
merch sales.
Merch sales,
and merch
yeah,
sales,
yeah.
of course, too. But it's just silly to me that none of that content has anything to do with the show that you're watching
At
or
all.
any of the merch or anything
At
like
all.
that.
Yep.
But
People eat it up.
and it's depressing. It's very depressing. 'Cause
That's what, dude. I didn't post on Instagram for 1.5 years. I just started posting, and I only post photos. I don't even post nothing about my personal life. People know me. If you look at if you're a friend of mine, you don't really know nothing about me, because that's not. If you know me personally, you know something about me. I'm not putting nothing on the internet. Like, I'm so anti-internet. It is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't blame you.
He lets me post stuff on the
Yeah,
internet
you can,
about him.
I'll tell him things.
My
I'm like, dude,
stories-
this will be
my
funny.
stories do some weird
I'm like,
shit
dude, this will be
sometimes.
super
Yeah.
funny,
He's
and I'll
really-
tell
he's
him
really
stuff.
good at it, but everything that you
Yeah.
post is hilarious.
Yeah, and like I personally, I'd rather not. I don't even want that attention.
I
like,
feel it.
Like I really don't. I need it. To survive as an entertainer, you have to be a socialite.
In this day and age.
In this day and
100%.
age, you have to be. You got to be that. Hey, look at me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I've been fighting with this for years.
Whatever happened to be like fucking weird and mysterious and like
Dude.
Rockstar and all the like legends? It's
That's
gone now.
over.
It's gone.
And that's the age that I'm from. I'm from that. You see you when you see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know where Prince was
Right?
for years. Where the fuck was Prince?
Chilling.
But soon as he come out, oh my God,
Minnesota.
big
yeah.
he wasn't TikToking. Ooh, look at me. Ooh,
I
he
know.
wasn't doing none of that shit.
Oh, that's so sad too when you see like what's the fucking drummer's name that was dating-
Travis Parker?
No, dating Pamela Anderson, and they made the
Tommy
porn-
Lee.
Tommy Lee. He's got a TikTok now, and it's so
Oh my
sad.
God.
It's so sad.
It's like-
How old is
what
that
are you
dude
doing?
now?
And
dude?
it's
He
like,
probably
but
looks so
this
haggard.
is the age that we live in, and it's like I can't
Aerosmith's got
refuse
one
to live
too.
a part of it, but I'm gonna do my darndest to like not really be a part of it. Like,
Yeah. Hot take: if you're over 50, I'm sorry, not even over 50. If you're a fucking legend musician, don't start a TikTok. Elton John's got one now. I'm like, fuck, stop it.
but that they see the bag, they're like, oh, I can get 1 billion views on this and get my, and I'm like, man,
You already got it. Stop
Yeah.
doing it. You're ruining my how I
How
thought
yeah,
you were. Like,
exactly.
Stop it.
Like that mysteriousness was
Yeah.
what made stars. Now anybody can be a star. Me and my buddy Tyler Shields were talking about this about 4 years ago. The future of humanity will be everybody will be a celebrity. Everybody will be a personality.
Andy Warhol quote I
everybody's
just
gonna
saw
have
a
recently.
phone
Like,
and
in
like,
the
ooh, look at
future,
me.
everyone will be famous for 15 minutes, and after those 15 minutes, you're gonna die or something along those lines.
But like literally think about all of the people that like the dude that did that one dance, that one like that one dance, Backpack Kid.
Oh yeah.
Where the hell is he?
Yeah.
He's still around, still getting a bag.
He
But
was
it's
on
like
Ellen DeGeneres.
yeah, and it's like
He got his
it's just
15.
the cowboy guy at Walmart that was the
Yeah.
young kid
The singing
that was
Hank
singing.
Williams.
Yeah, it's like people are doing things just to get that 15 minutes, which is fine. Do what you got to do to get out there. I ain't gonna tell you not to do it, but I ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
feel what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hate that that's the stigma for bands now, and the sad thing is it actually does work.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I know plenty of people that's gotten on because of it, but
Yeah.
it's like, man, I feel like I'm selling out. Like I come from the '80s. Like I'm an '80s baby.
Yeah.
That's a little hint for you guys as well. I'm an '80s baby. You feel me? Like we were taught not to tell nobody what we doing until it's done.
Yep.
Not to brag about what you're doing because you will get checked.
Yep.
Nowadays, you brag all you gotta brag and look at all the blah 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 blah. Man, shit, that shit could be taken from you at any point. All it takes is one person to not like you nowadays and will make a blog post to cancel you.
Yeah.
When you're dead, whatever photos you had, they will erase those photos and put whatever out they want out. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when somebody passed away, they were solidified. Nowadays, you pass away, they change your history even more.
Yeah, man.
This day and age is, oh Lord. That's all I gotta say about that. Think about that.
I think I think the main thing is just I don't think you got to really show out as much. Not to say that people aren't doing this. I think the main thing is just like you to be not necessarily successful, but if like successful in some of these statures, like billions and millions of dollars and stuff. It's like you just gotta, your life has to be an open book to an extent, not necessarily your family life, but what you're doing in the public eye. Like you don't have to fake it till you make it, but people they just want to feel like they can relate to you. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the kids that are faking till you make it, like a lot of these rappers coming out of Jacksonville that are beef rappers, like they don't even live in Jacksonville. They're in other states and they're in the studio every single day. But they come to Jacksonville and shoot one music video and you've got 50 people with you and you're talking about like shooting somebody. And it's like there's these people that are in these situations and it's like, oh, like this is what I need to do. You know what I mean? And not necessarily just like rappers, but even like any musicians for real. Like a lot of what I've realized a lot recently in like the last year is like a lot of these musicians that are really doing it, like they're in the studio every single day. They're
Every
not
day.
what you see on music videos or what you see like when they're performing, like that's not how they really live, but they're not like fake about it. It's like that's what they're doing at the time, but they're not like putting on so much of a show. I guess they're just kind of, it's just open, like here's what I'm doing and this is how I'm doing it, versus like you said, there are a lot of people that are fake it till you make it and people just eat that shit up because they don't know any better.
Oh, eating it up. I'd never put tattoos all on my face to become popular. Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't do it to become popular, but I've been talking about tattoo in my face. I got a
For
lot.
what
I got a lot more.
reason?
I got a lot more room to tattoo first, so it'll be
No.
years. But
I'm terrified of needles and anything permanent. So
You saw me just shake right there?
yeah, you are too. You ain't got no tattoos,
I
neither?
got goddamn goosebumps. I ain't putting no needle in me. You kidding me?
I got the
I ain't
same.
even go touch me with no
I
goddamn
had
needle.
the same exact
You
fear,
kidding me?
man.
No, I'm good.
I almost passed out when I got my shot for
Only
the COVID
thing sharp
test.
I won't touch in me is a female's fingertips, and they better not be that long. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Like big facts. Like I ain't no, I'm good. But
You
I look
scratch
at
my back,
yeah,
but don't
I look
be
at my
poking
G.
me.
I'm an admirer of tattoos. I wish I had.
Yeah, they look great. I'm just never gonna get one.
Yeah, like, but I'm black as shit. I can't see no color on me.
You could get like the crazy ones where they like take your skin off and make scars and shit. Like,
See,
I don't understand.
Yeah, like
that
the like
shit.
the
That
horseshoe,
shit's
like the
weird.
brands.
yeah.
See, I got keloid
Body
skin. I'm already like that.
modifications.
I already got keloid skin. I'm already like that. But like, if I could get color, see, I'm really light skinned. I'm like Indian. I have like a lot of Indian in me. Most people don't realize that. I'm really light skinned, but when the sun hit me, I turn, what it is.
This man goes skating 5 days out of the week, and he's black as a t-shirt.
I'm talking
he's wearing
about. I'm
right
telling
now.
you, I look like I came right from Zimbabwe. I'm telling you, right from Zimbabwe.
I can't get dark. I just get more pink. I can't. I'm
I
just
just get more
I'm
pink.
too damn Irish, man. I
I'm
just
pretty
can't fucking do it.
salmon right now. Salmon. Is that what it says?
Salmon. Oh god.
Dude, I like.
I had a big thing about this the other day, pronouncing the L in salmon. So when I say salmon, like
Salmon.
the fish, I say salmon. When
Yeah.
I say the color, I say salmon because the L's in there. Don't ask why.
They
It's
named
just how my fucking
they
brain
named
works.
the color
right?
after the fish,
Right.
Did
or
they?
was it the other way around?
I
Like
don't,
Right.
See,
Oh,
I
shit.
don't know. That's a good question. But
We
that's just how my
literally-
brain works. And all the people I was around, like a couple people were like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And the other people were like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, I say the L in salmon every time. Like I'm not. Like it was just this whole situation. So that's funny. We'll talk about that.
I'm
later
not even
off
good with the
camera.
English language. I'm surprised I've even gotten this far.
This man
Oh,
makes up
man.
words all the time.
All the time.
And we use them regularly.
All the
what?
time.
We got one.
Oh yeah,
So-
frontal arrow.
Frontal arrow. Can you?
Yeah,
all right.
but-
Imagine what you
What-
think.
what is a frontal arrow?
is.
Frontal arrow is when you're looking straight, right? I don't know.
Almost. It's like
Almost,
parallel parking, except you just pull in forward.
Oh.
So
Instead of backwards.
The way
Oh, okay.
the way frontal
So
arrow
it's a
came
new
up,
word
Yeah.
for something that exists.
like
Yeah.
when I
Frontal
go
arrow.
downtown, we got these open spots, right? And
Yeah.
instead of pulling forward and backing in and parallel parking, I got a truck, so I'll just pull in forward and hop up on that curb and then pull it tight and then back up a little bit and I'm good to go. And one day Daryl's like, "This boy just frontal arrowed right into this spot."
Frontal arrow.
And this is like a regular thing. Like I can't think of any other words right
Yeah, on
now,
the
just
spot.
off the top of my head. But
that one's a good one.
it's
Oh,
constant. I've been trying to like write them down or at least remember them. Kind of how you write down band names in your phone.
Oh, yeah, I
like-
got so
Hey,
many.
Allie Evans. She's
Yeah.
she's out in California right now. She has a book. Her and Tyler have a book of all the words that I made up in California
Oh,
while I was with
man.
them. It's like 7 pages.
You should get that published or something. man.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Right
it's,
next
it's
to
book
my-
of
Darryl's
Darryl. Like
dictionary.
I could text her right now and she'd be like,
Darryl's
"I'll send
dictionary.
you like 8 words, like right." That's like in her man that they use right now.
Frontal arrow.
Oh, it's great.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean,
find
American
Darryl a lot.
language is a hodgepodge of all the languages.
I know. Yeah, it's great.
And it's like, why can't I say it the way that I feel it should be said? Like, I think 11-teen's a word. Doesn't that sound good?
it doesn't make
Doesn't
any
it? I mean, it does
You
sound.
were
That
done.
did sound
You were
good.
done at 11. You don't need to put teen at the end of it.
But no, 11-teen. It just seems like when I was 11, I wanted to be a teenager.
right.
So I was just like, dude, I'm 11-teen. bro.
11 teen. That's a good. Can I write that?
See?
But you
Good-
can't say
See?
12-teen.
See what I mean?
Is that copyrighted yet?
No, I
that's
don't
a
think
new
so.
band name too. Man, I'm getting a lot today.
11-teen.
11 teen. That's got to be a band.
Yeah,
name.
see, 11, like 10-teen doesn't work, 12-teen doesn't work, but 11-teen actually flows off of the tongue right.
All right. Well.
Just saying.
Guys, I've had I feel like it's gone off the rails, and I ran out of questions, but it's been a lot of fun. Do you want to get to unpopular opinions now?
Yeah. Let's have you start.
Yeah, because I got 3. I asked Corey to do 3, but he did 1. So
Love it.
I'm gonna let's see if
Looking
I got a
good.
message. If I've got any more. If I got any help on these.
I've got a
opinions.
million of these written down from all the episodes. This is our 51st episode. Can you
Oh,
believe it?
wow.
Oh, wow,
51st.
Yeah.
8:51. Cool.
I love
It's
it.
just ironic.
Weird. All right, so my first one is this: pants should always be optional, no matter what the occasion is in Florida. I had to go.
Correct.
I had to go to the courthouse today, and they're like, "You have to wear pants. You can't come in." And I'm just like, "It is fucking
Oh, like,
90." Yeah, I was
not-
wearing this today. Like just like
Like, you couldn't even go in with shorts. You have to.
yeah,
wear
you have
pants.
to wear pants. They won't let you in or whatever. And I'm thinking of like, yeah, well, like, have you ever been on this kind of dark, whatever? I know. I'll say this: like, you ever been to a wedding in Florida before, and they're outside? They're like, I'm supposed to fucking wear a suit, and this heat is fucking awful.
I've definitely seen weddings where people chopped
People
off
are
the
we-
sleeves and
Yeah.
cut their slacks,
Well,
and like
yeah.
went down to the beach and they sweat and then go swimming afterwards or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, that was one of mine. All right, what's yours?
It's okay to play bass with a pick.
That's very unpopular. There's a time and place for it, and I was noticing last night actually the bass player for the early November, the emo band, he was playing with a pick, and it kind of makes sense because you wanted to be like good like that. I kind
Right.
of get it, but you should also be able to be able to do
Well,
that.
no,
too.
I'm not. Granted, I'm saying it's okay. Like, I'll do it for a lot of our songs. I'll play because you can still, like, if you hit it right, you can make it sound like you're slapping. You get that little bit of extra kind of energy behind it. But there are songs where I play with my fingers because you just get, like, there's more meat instead of treble, I guess
Yeah.
you could say.
I'm not a bass player, but I just think they just look so awkward when they're playing bass with the pick. 'Cause you're just like, you have this like kind of look, and it's not has that like cool, just like mysterious fucking thing.
I've definitely seen. There's a handful of bass players I see. They'll do hybrid picking almost.
Who's someone famous that plays with a pig?
I was
gonna
gonna say, does Flea use a pick?
Yeah, Flea doesn't use a fucking
No,
pig.
Flea doesn't
There's
use
no
a
way.
pick. What?
Well,
I'm
there you have it.
There you got
You've heard of the band Polyphia?
No, I don't think
So they're like just instrumental shred math rock basically.
Okay.
But their bass player's crazy, dude. And it's like he'll play with the pick, he can slap and stuff, but it's like he's like playing with the pick and then he's doing hammer-ons and stuff and he's like slapping with his other fingers down here and it's super super impressive. Not to say that someone that's not playing without a pick can't do all that same shit. Fucking Thundercats out here fucking just
Cannot
shredding
wait. You
as
going to
far
that
as
show?
you can. No, because I got to work that night.
Oh my God.
Where is that?
No,
gonna
we're going to be in
Ponte Beach-
Hula.
No. It's on Tuesday before. Oh, that's right. You're gonna be on Halloween on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Is
it's
it Ponte Vedra?
That's a Ponte Vedra concert hall. I got
Yeah,
tickets.
I
I
wanted
got
to
tickets the
so
day
bad.
before that it went on sale.
I
'cause
saw it.
follow-
I
he's
saw
one
it,
of
and
my
I'm like,
favorites.
oh shit! And I'm like, oh, I already bought my tickets for Hula because I wasn't sure if we were gonna play or not.
Yeah.
And I was just like, screw it, whatever. It's like that's.
I was so
unfortunate,
excited
but-
about
Yeah, I won't be able. I'll be there in spirit.
All right. Here's my second one. We should abolish the Supreme Court. Very political statement. Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
You don't vote for any of those people, and they control everything.
maybe.
I don't
put an
think it
age
should be a
limit on it.
lifetime position.
Yeah, for sure. It should
Like-
be-
I think we
You're-
should vote for them, or just get rid of it. Why do we need it?
Like you're giving. Well, I can see why you would need the Supreme Court just to be an overseer, but to give people a lifetime position that they can't. I don't think they can be fired from. They
No,
got to
you-
die out of it.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
That's one of the only jobs in the world
Yeah.
that you die out of, other than being a prince or king or queen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that type of deal. Even a prince, you still.
It's
gotta-
just weird and it's outdated and it doesn't make sense that because you're right, because you can't, it's not like every like term or whatever, like we should be able to elect them, and then the freaking president, whoever is president, then he's the one who gets to, or she or them, 2021 gets to choose who gets to be in there or not. I think Donald Trump put in 3. And it's just like, this is the way it is forever now. Because of
Literally,
me and
that's
my 4
them.
years that I got here.
I don't think it should. I don't think any position in a diplomatic society should be permanent.
Yeah,
No.
or for forever.
Never.
Like that to me shows control.
Yeah.
There's a bit of control. Like it's like saying, hey, I got friends in the Supreme Court that'll get you out of that. They scratch their back for 30 years. They gotta scratch mine.
Forever
You know what I'm
and
saying?
ever.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't but there's a lot when it comes to politics and the
Yeah, I
society
know.
that's nuts.
And I kind of forgot that I'm talking to preaching to the choir here because me and Anton butt
I know
heads.
that one would have got under Anton's skin.
Oh,
for sure.
dude, he would have been crawling.
For sure.
That's because well, he says he's not conservative. He's like in the middle or like libertarian or whatever, but he's conservative. And I'm like die hard like liberal SJW or whatever. And so we just fight all the time about that. But it's good fun because we're best
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
All right, I'll do my last one. Then do you got one?
I'm thinking of one, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'll give you a little bit more time.
All
All right.
right.
The last one I have is some emo bands are really not that bad and actually good at playing and writing songs, but those lyrics and singing voice still just get under my skin.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
bad.
I can listen to some emo music, but I can't be that sad for that long. I don't like being sad. Like I don't like being that sad. Like maybe I'll be sad with a girl for a little bit. She need to cry out some emotions.
Yeah.
Put on a song. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to listen to about 4, 5 of them in a row. Like, bitch.
So I listened. When I say emo music, I don't know like how far emo we're going. Like I'll listen to stuff that's emotional, but it's like when I'm with like A Day to Remember, kind of like heavier stuff.
Yeah.
But I 100% understand like the music. It's like, damn, this is sick. And then you hear someone like,
My
it's
life
just like-
into pieces.
Yeah,
you're
that
like,
voice. Why do they all
God,
sound like
dude,
that? I
like-
don't
because
understand.
it won. That voice was the voice
Who's
that
that first
was the
person,
voice.
man?
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like humans imitate what they see, regardless of what it is. You see somebody's mannerisms, you're like, oh, they hold a fork that way, I'm gonna hold it that way.
Right.
We are learning creatures, and when something works in music or acting, people will do that until the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why everybody sounds the damn same.
Yeah. I kept on thinking about that because yesterday I went to that show and I was just like, oh, this is gonna suck. 'Cause I just know what emo music, and like the band was really like tight and was doing like crazy rhythmic stuff and like out of time signature stuff, and I'm just like, this is awesome. And then not saying anything about the way that he's saying or his lyrics or anything really, like it's a style of music, but I'm just
Didn't
like,
hit for you.
I'm like, come on, man, this was so great till you started doing
Right.
that.
My life. Like, what the? Where did that come
I
from?
don't
And who
know,
hurt
man.
you? I'm sorry.
And I always, when I was growing up and it was so super popular in like high school and shit, I was just like, I can't with this music.
Oh, yeah.
And I just couldn't get into it. And
I used
was,
to have to skate to it.
Yeah, I imagine, right? Because I was what was so popular. Or whatever, in
Planet
that whole
Radio.
scene. Yeah. I miss Planet Radio. That's
I
a
did
good
too.
one. Bring Planet Radio back. Is what I'm
Right?
trying to say.
Dude, that was, oh man, Skate World, Kona, that was my favorite
Yeah, I
days.
remember it was Skate Lab. Or it was Skate World, Skate Lab on
Skate
the Mayport
Lab was
Road.
at the
Skate
beach.
Lab
Yeah.
was
Was at the
on
beach.
Mayport.
Mayport,
Skate
right?
World
But
is
before
on
that
Emerson.
used to be Skate Asylum. Before it was
I
Skate
don't
Lab, it
remember
used to
that
be
one.
Skate Asylum.
Skate Asylum was
Oh, yeah.
in Jack's
It was
Beach.
Jack's Beach,
I
yeah.
don't remember
No,
that.
But
Skate Lab was on Mayport. Skate
Yeah.
Asylum was in Jack's Beach.
Jack's
on
Beach
Beach
across from
Boulevard.
Wendy's. Yeah, across from Wendy's behind that pesto.
Skate Lab was at the warehouse on
remember
Mayport
that
Road,
place,
and
yeah.
Skate World was
in
on Emerson,
yeah.
with the ice rink in the back.
Oh, yeah. I used to have lock-ins, had a lot of fun there. But I do got a popular opinion, though.
Unpopular.
Unpopular.
opinion.
Like, you can have a popular opinion.
Well, I got an unpopular one.
Right.
Let's see if this one works. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Wait, no, so do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
I'm asking you the question.
Well, no, that's not. It's not supposed to be a question. It's supposed to be an opinion.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then
Sorry.
I think that
You can make a hot
I
dog
think
a
it
sandwich.
can be a sandwich. This isn't optional. It can be a sandwich, but just because you put it in a bun doesn't mean that it's a sandwich.
I would say if it's in a bun, it's not a sandwich. But if you I've definitely split hot dogs and put them in bread, and I would consider that a sandwich.
I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
But see, but
Right,
but it is
let's
kind of that though.
elaborate.
It is kind of that though, because when you
Hot
think about a
dog's more
hot
of a
dog, you get a
taco.
hot dog.
It's a bread
You put a
taco.
hot dog inside of a bun that would ultimately, it's between two pieces of bread. You would think that would be a sandwich.
But a hot dog bun's one piece
So
of bread.
here's the
That's
deal.
connected with a little taint.
No, it's not. It's not a sandwich. It's a taco.
Yeah, see. That's
So
kinda how
now
it's
a hot
bread
dog
taco.
is a bread taco.
Without a doubt, a hot dog is a taco, not a sandwich. But is a sandwich a taco or a taco a sandwich? No,
No.
not a
No.
because it's like a sandwich convertible is what a hot dog is. Is what I
Ah,
would say.
that's a good.
Which is a taco.
Yeah, which is dang near a taco. Yeah,
And if
unless and then burrito is wrapped all. It's
you-
got to
that's
be
a
wrapped
burrito.
all the way. Yeah.
That's the hard top. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
this is open up T-top.
Yeah, we're
T-top
T-topping it.
taco,
We're T-top
hot dog.
tacoing it, dude. I like it. That's
I'll
that's
tell you
just
what,
something
that
to
hot
think
dog water smell
of.
good though.
Yeah, go back full circle. All right, well, thanks so much for coming to my house. It's
No
just,
problem.
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
have to go to a different neighborhood or anything like that,
Yeah,
but
that was
coming on.
fun.
And we were going to see you guys next week.
Yeah,
and-
guys.
and,
Thanks for
yeah,
having me,
when's
man.
your show again? September?
September 16th, Sarbraz
in St. Augustine.
in St. Augustine. We're playing with the Hooligans from Jack's Beach. It's gonna be absolutely fun.
$5
Fantastic.
cover.
$5 cover. Come on out. We're in Florida. You already know what it is. Let's get it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, adios, muchachos.
Goodbye.